true Biafran. MAZI NNAMDI uniquely brings to you, Radio Biafra live broadcast by the eminent Supreme Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB. The Director of Radio Biafra. And the Supreme Commander of the Armies of Biafra. MAZI NNAMDI KANU. The evening broadcast, live, and direct, on the 11th day of July, 2015. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Browse Biafran Restoration websites at www.ipob.org, and radiobiafra.co. Also browse our website at www.biafran.org, to learn more about Biafra history. Visit our YouTube channel more often for the very best of Biafran videos. Enjoy it.
Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on the face of this very planet. Here in Madrid, we are gathered and we welcome each and every one of you, irrespective of where you are on this very planet that Chukwu Kikabiyama himself made. We are live and direct to the world, and from this very hall, from this very beautiful place, from this restaurant, this evening here in Madrid, in Spain, the whole world is listening to Radio Biafra because we are truthful, because we are exceptional, because we are descended from heaven. We represent the light, and as we have come, darkness must flee. And this evening will not be an exception. I was not able to be live yesterday because I was in transit, but now I have arrived surrounded by a sea of faces, hardcore Biafrans amongst them. Is everybody here hardcore, or maybe some of them are still fidgeting? You know what it means to be hardcore Biafran? Biafra or death. Either we get Biafra or we die getting Biafra. There will be no retreat. There will be no surrender. The zoo must fall. I say this all the time. I don't know how many of you take me very seriously, but the zoo must fall. Our quest, our endeavor does not end with the coming of Biafra. I will make sure that I will spend all my life making sure that the name Nigeria is obliterated from every history book and from every geography textbook. It's a name that represents death. Nigeria is a name that brings shame. Is a name that brings disgrace and dishonor to hard-working people, families all around the world who are unfortunate enough to be tagged that very name. That is why we are here. As we assembled here, people are assembled all over the world, listening to this very gospel, and tonight you will preach to them. They will hear all your voices. They will know that indeed we have people all over the world, that we have men and also women. The women have been supporting you all this while and giving you every ounce of support you need to be able to do this very work. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, especially those of you in the far eastern part of the world. Some people now it's 2 a.m. in Indonesia. It is 1 a.m. in Malaysia. In Japan, I think it's around, is it 5 a.m. in the morning or something like that? In Australia, it's about 4 a.m. for the Oformers, those in Canberra area. But people are still awake listening to us because we bring life, we bring light, we bring hope, and we bring truthfulness. None of that is ever going to leave us. That is why we do what we do. And that is why Chukwu Abiama's promise to us must be fulfilled in our time. We are live on CHK 104.7 if you're in Enugu, 102.1 in any other part of Biafra land. We are on satellite because we are a satellite broadcaster. Radio Biafra is also online as well. If you are lost and you cannot find us, if you go online and type in Radio Biafra, of course you will be with us. You can join us and you'll be able to listen. Some of you say you try to call for 6 months, you can't get through. Now is your time, the opportunity to address the whole world. I have come to Madrid to see you people and then to do one or two other things I'm not at liberty to say live on air. So we can stay here till tomorrow morning if you want. This is why we exist, to preach this very gospel, and this evening Madrid will not be an exception. This gospel will be preached here. Tell your friends and your family if you're listening. Maybe one of your brothers or maybe here this evening. If you listen very carefully, you may be able to pick up 1 or 2 persons who are here from your village. This is how we unite our people together, bring them close to one another. As we keep saying all the time, the only thing you can show to somebody is their relative and not their friend. They make their friends, but their relative, they cannot choose them. That is why we are joining together all the children of light. Izon, Ishekiri, Isobo, Isoko, Igala, Idoma, Ibibio, Efik, Igede, and also Igbo, to what they were before the white man came and rendered everything that held us together asunder. That is why we are gathered here today, and that is why Biafra will come. Before I go any further, because this evening is very exceptional, I would allow you to speak as much as possible, those of you here in this very place, because I've come here for you. So, in more ways than one, you'll be running the program yourselves anyway. I will keep my introductions very brief, but this gospel must be preached, because that's what we've come here to do. But at the same time, we must pray. We have prayed before. We commenced a mini town hall meeting, which we are going to continue tomorrow. But this very evening, we must call upon the Most High Chukwukika Biama that made it possible for us to gather here today from all and sundry, from all parts of Spain. Because MAZI Nnnamdi is with me, the head of the Directorate of State, and I expect him to be. Traveled all the way from Victoria to be in Madrid from our embassy, where they have been working exceptionally hard. I commend those of you, our national in Spain, our Madrid coordinators, for making it possible for us to be here this evening preaching this wonderful gospel to the entirety of humanity. I thank all of you for the work you're doing for your nation. And on behalf of IPOB family worldwide, we welcome every activity. We welcome every action. We welcome every input you have made so far and will make in the future to ensure that Biafra comes in truth and honesty. Your nation owes you that debt of gratitude, and we will not fail to express it should we be given the opportunity to do so. Therefore, Chukwukika Biama in heaven, we call upon you this evening as we always do. Sometimes in the morning as well, when we pray. If you're wearing a cap, you must take it off because we are praying to Chukwu Abiama in heaven. You must take off your cap. We are praying to the Most High Chukwukika Abiama. If you're wearing a hat, please take it off. Our Lord, our Father, who resided in heaven, here gathered in Madrid, Spain, on this very day are your children, the 11th day of July in the year of our Lord 2015, to do that which you have appointed unto us to do, to come and restore your heavenly kingdom upon the face of this very earth. Here we are today, we solemnly pledge, as we always do, never ever to retreat, never to surrender, always to acknowledge your supremacy, always to acknowledge your omnipotence, because there is none like thee. You asked us to worship you. Exodus 20 is there as a testimony to your everlasting greatness, and we subscribe to it. That is why we call you Okike, the creator of everything that man can fathom. That is why you will be with us this very evening. That is why you will bless us abundantly, because we have no other person apart from you. You continue to show us mercy. You continue to show us kindness. You continue to show us the abundance of your love, because as you promised to our ancestors, so in our lifetime must be brought to fruition, because Biafra must come. The devil toils in vain. Biafra has to come, because the kingdom of heaven, as was prayed for by Yahweh Yeshua, must be witnessed upon the face of this very earth. That is the fulfillment of a divine prophecy, which we are here today to continue to maintain and insist upon. In the end of all this, Biafra will come. And then every honor and every glory, every adoration, every adulation, every uplifting of name will belong to only Chukwu Abiyama, now and forever. He said, before I go on to present the news headlines and accompanying news summary, which shall be very, very truncated this evening because there's a crowd here and I want people to go away from this meeting having spoken their mind. I will go starting from who is the Madrid coordinator, please. Is he here at all? Onakweba. He is our host because we are in Madrid. So he will start this evening by telling us who he is and where he comes from, because the whole world is listening. And then after that, the overall national for Spain will acknowledge the presence of the people of Biafra all over the world. And then, of course, our head of directorate of state. Very, very important, please. Can you switch it on? It's on, please. Turn it on. That is on. It's armed, yes. And leave it completely on, please. Go ahead.
Biafra. Freedom. Biafran. Freedom. Freedom. Biafra. My name is Ozioma. Anyamele. I come from Umudroba, which is in Okwodo. Okwodo, which is in Olo, in Biafra land. I greet every one of you, all Biafran, the whole worldwide. We have to stand up for our right. We have to fight against these people that made our brother cops. That's why we are here. We don't need to retrieve. Neither are we going to surrender. Thank you very much. And you are welcome, Director.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Our Madrid coordinator. Go ahead.
Biafrans.
Freedom.
Biafrans.
Freedom.
Freedoms. My name is Clement Oramolo. By the grace of God, I come from Mbaku Abogwide, from Oka North, in Anambra, Biafra land. By the special name of Chukwu Kikabiam, I am the Spanish National Coordinator, and I welcome everyone that honor this invitation, because it is not easy for us to call this call, for us to call for this evangelism, and people came. I give Chukwu Abiyama thanks for your lives. And I thank every Biafrans that come from any part of this Spain or beyond. I say, may Chukwu Abiyama continue to guide you. And I thank Chukwu Abiyama for bringing our director to come once again in Spain. I know this is not the first time he's coming to Spain, but he has come to preach this gospel in Madrid, Spain. I say, may Chukwuka Abiyama continue to guide him, strengthen him in the name of Chukwuka Abiyama. At the same time, I'm not going to forget to thank my deputy, which is in conjunction with the Madrid coordinator. They are the people that make everything wonderful with the help of the other coordinators in Spain. I say, the leg you used to come here, you will use it to go back in peace, in the name of Chukwuka Abiyama.
You see?
And something else I want to chip before I hand over this microphone. Please, Madridians, people that are Biafrans in Madrid, don't say you have to know first, or you have to check first, or you have to. If everybody waits and say, let me go and look, let me go and wait, let me look very well, whether it's white or black, we cannot gather these people. We said on Lubenwan Nebenakwa, when you hear about your freedom, try to come. Even though you are hearing something in different side, when you come into the IPOB, if there's anything you can contribute, we accept contribution. We accept ideas. We accept change. If something we are doing that is, we feel that is not right. And I know that our director is always, you know what he's doing. So please, I greet everybody once again in the name of Chukwu Abiyama.
You see?
Me director to hand over to the deputy, which.
What is it?
Chinedudu.
Yeah.
Biafrans,
Freedom.
Biafran, freedom.
Biafra.
My brothers and sisters, I greet you all. I'm very grateful to see multitudes of people this evening gathered here in the name of Biafra. As you people left wherever you are and come to this place today, so you go back in peace. Chukwu Abiyama will bless you. As you heard any gospel here today, you put it in practice. So shall it grow into your life. Biafran, Biafran, Director, I welcome you.
Thank you.
As you come, so will you go.
You see?
In the name of Chukwu Abiyama.
You see? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Biafrans,
Freedom.
Biafrans,
Freedom.
freedom. First of all, Director, I must say you are welcome. Thank you so much, our Director, and Chukwu Okike Abiyama is your God. And as long as you live and you are preaching this gospel, you will never encounter any evil in the name of Chukwu Abiyama.
You see?
I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank my own cousin, Ichie Tony Ezihuako. All of you know him as Abaka. He is my own blood for his wonderful job. I want to thank Crooms and all the coordinators in Spain, our national, the deputy, those of you that is making things to happen in Spain. May Chukwu Abiyama bless you all.
See?
I want to be very brief as the protocol demands. My names remain MAZI Asiebu. I am, by the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, the head of the Directorate of State of the Indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. And I come from Amobara. Amobara is in Ihitenansa. Ihitenansa is in Oso. Oso is in Oluzon, Biafra land. My slave state is Imo. And by the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, this gospel must be preached here in Madrid, Spain. And victory will remain ours in the name of Chukwu Abiyama.
You see?
And I want to use this opportunity to thank all the principal officers working tirelessly all over the world, especially the members of the Directorate of State, from our COC to the last person. I want to congratulate all the continental reps. I want to thank each and every one of you. You must remain resolute. You must know that no retreat, no surrender. Total bombardment until Biafra comes. Remain blessed, and may Chukwu Abiyama bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. You start from here, please. And then maybe if the cable cannot get through the back, then people can just walk up here to say who they are. Please.
Biafran.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Biafra.
Thank you very much for giving me this great opportunity to introduce myself as Emeka John Johnson Chukwueke. My old friends call me Kromoto. I can't forget thanking the director for bringing out his time to be here with us today. Director, I say thank you very much for coming here and welcome to Madrid. I will also thank Mazi Ucha who has been making it very possible for Biafrans all over Spain, all over the world to be together. I also thank the coordinator of Madrid, who is my coordinator, who has been working restlessly just to receive the director of Radio Biafra, MAZI NNAMDI KANU. My own little word to you is, Chukwu Abiyama is seeing your struggle. Chukwu Abiyama will never let you down. Chukwu Abiyama will uplift you all.
You see?
Do not give up. For going back is destruction. Going front is life. Thank you very much for everybody here. I will not forget my good friend Culture, who has been working tirelessly since yesterday. I still thank you, Odogo. Still thank GOC for coordinating the environment with Frank. I thank everybody. I did not leave anybody. Who I did not mention, please bear with me. I still know you are here. I know you are in spirit, in physical. Thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Biafran.
Freedom.
Biafran. Freedom.
Biafra.
I thank you all for honoring our invitation. I will thank our director for being with us today. My names are Ichie Anthony Ezihuaku from Osu local government, from Itenansa. Mazi Asebu is my cousin. He's my first cousin.
Oh, when they found a village, you know, it's Spain.
Yeah.
When they found a village.
He's my cousin. He made me know what is Biafra all about. I know about it, but he enlightened me more.
Very good.
So I'm now a member and a strong member. By the special grace of God, I'm the patron here in Madrid. So we're going to try our best to make sure we got our aim. So I thank the Madrid coordinator for making everything possible. We assist him. So I pray our gathering here today will not be in vain.
You see?
Our director here, when he's going back, he will hear that we here in Madrid, we are waxing faster, we are waxing stronger, and we are going to unite in Jesus' name.
You see?
So I thank you all.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Biafra.
Freedom.
I am not here to thank anybody or to praise anybody. I feel nothing has been done. I just want to use this media for the first time to air our song, our war song. Elebe unusi Elebe unusi
Biafra gamarapu Biafra ganebozo gabiri agamarapu Biafra ganebozo gabiri Biafra gadendu.
People all over the world have heard our voice. The only thing I want to tell all of the whole Biafrans all over the world, both the people in Nigeria, is see every Biafran like your brother. See the man in Warri as your brother. See the man in Calabar as your brother. Let us remove segregation. Let us fight with one spirit. This is my message. I am GOC. I am here, and I am here for Biafra for life. In Jesus' mighty name.
You see? Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. there's no compulsion if people, because there's too many of you anyway, and we need to present this news as well. So as soon as we open the floor, you can also go ahead and introduce yourself and say what you want to say. But go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Biafra.
Freedom.
Biafra. Freedom. Director, m ga-ekene gị maka ije ga ọ dị ka esikwu onwe ihe dị ka na eme ka ekwuru onye a bụ ihe anyị ji gbakọ and aga m eji opportunity a wee mee ka onye ọbụla na anụ onu na media aha nwụ Akpanaka Chukwuma ụmụ nwa afọ Biafra n'ala ụmụ ọfọ ihe nwere ikwu owo onye ọ na-abụ nwa Biafra ka ọ gbado anya n'ihe a na-emewu ihe Biafra wee kwuru na ụzọ ziri ezi. Ekene m.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else has something to say? Yes, go ahead.
Biafran.
Freedom.
Biafran.
Freedom.
Freedom. My name is Nwachukwu Azubike. I am from Umunze in Orumba, local government, in Anambra State. By special grace of God, I am the coordinator of Basque region, Victoria. Director, you're highly welcome once more. We are very grateful to see you here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. That's our Basque region. A lot of people are still here. There are those that want to, please go ahead and introduce yourselves. Yes, please. Please, yes. And if you hurry up, I'll be grateful because you speak later as well. So go ahead.
Good evening, Biafrans. My name is Chimambam Egnonowa. I hail from Isialambano, particularly Ugiri. By the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, I happen to be the Secretary of Indigenous People of Biafra in Malaga. In fact, we are here today to make sure that Biafra comes in truth and honesty. Our request is a very simple one: give us Biafra. If the whole world can legalize gay and lesbianism, why can't the whole world say these people, you want your freedom, go? If you can be able to say somebody who is a gay, everybody know truth is solid. Even a blind man can feel the shape of truth. We all know that God created every human being. God created man and woman and said that a man and woman will have intercourse and bear a child. But a human being changed the law of God, saying that man can marry man, woman can marry man. If they can say that, why can't they say, Biafrans, go? Because you are in pain. So our request is a very simple one. We are freedom fighters. We are not terrorists. We are looking for our freedom. And we, in the name of Chukwu Abiyama, we will have it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Yes. Just one more.
Biafran.
Freedom.
Biafran. Freedom. I'm Asa Philip Uduma from Ohafia in Abia State. Biafran.
Thank you.
Madrid. And the neighbor of Madrid. Biafra Commission Madrid.
Ise, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, may we have radio silence, please, because the world is listening. Radio silence. If you want to speak from over there, please just raise your hand and then we'll be able to bring you to speak. All of you will be able to speak at some point or the other as we proceed, please. We just want to round up the news headlines and accompanying news summary with, of course, our obligatory analysis. And then you can say whatever you need to say to the hearing of humanity because everybody listens to Radio Biafra. For the purposes of our program this very evening, we are outside the United Kingdom. Therefore, our studio line is different. Our studio line is different. It is +34 +33 1086 I repeat, +34 63 1086 865. That will be our line this evening, and I'm sure they'll start calling in a second. Once we conclude our news presentation, you will speak here, and then we'll interact with those of them listening right across this very planet, this very evening from here. It could be their morning or their afternoon, it doesn't matter. As long as you're a hardcore Biafran, in fact, as long as you're a Biafran, even baboons and monkeys from the zoo, they also listen to Radio Biafra because they try to copy what we are doing. I never believed that the CBN will be talking about palm oil. But lo and behold, they are. Everybody listens to Radio Biafra and they learn from it. We hope that this evening we all can learn from it. That's exactly what I'm saying they are calling already. Please, can you turn this off? When the time comes, I'll ask you to turn it on again, please. Allow us to please, I need radio silence that we may be able to focus and concentrate and go ahead. Because things are happening once again. People are dead again today. There is nothing new about the zoo. Every blessed day, people are dying. It surprises me why anybody will say, I am a Nigerian. That baffles me immensely. It does. In the same Borno they said was peaceful, that voted for APC, the terrorist and pedophile Buhari, they have killed 15 people today. Dead. Fresh one. Every day there is a fresh supply of dead bodies. I'm sure that hospitals in India must be doing wonderful business. Even subu kidney or lung or heart, there will be massive supply right now because people are being killed in the Zoological Republic. Borno, Boko Haram has now killed 15 people. And as you know, we don't write our news here, we blog them. Other people report them, then we blog them, we interpret and analyze them, because if we write them, you will think it's unbelievable. You don't believe what I'm going to say now, but it's true. It's being reported by an Awasa paper. Buhari is to grant Kaduna inland depot port status. Is there any river in Kaduna that is big? This is what happens when you put Al-Majri in power. They are making Kaduna an inland container depot port. I would have thought that a seaport is somewhere close to the coastal line where there is a body of water. In the absence of that, at least a river that is capable of handling any ocean-going vessel. I don't know about any river that is big enough to take a ship or a boat in Kaduna. If you know, please tell me. This is what you get when idiots are in power. Awasa Fulani Al-Majri. That is why they want one Nigeria, so they can waste money. They have been looking for ways to spend money all this while on Awasa people. All of a sudden, they have found it. They are going to spend money making Kaduna and inland port for container. So when you now bring in your container from Umbuko Bosi, they will take it from Lagos to Kaduna. Then you will clear it in Lagos, so you pay Yoruba. After paying Yoruba, you then go to Kaduna to go and pay Awasa people before you bring it back to Biafra land. Amazing. You know that the white man said to me that the reason why they allowed Buhari to go in is because Buhari is going to bring about some measure of security. They need change to bring security. You won't believe it. Boko Haram militants, you remember Damaturu, the Catholic Church in Damaturu? Boko Haram militants have now taken over the entire Damaturu town itself. The reason why we keep reporting the mayhem, the destruction, and the death caused by Boko Haram is because Buhari is their sponsor. The president, or should I say, the terrorist of the Zoological Republic. He is the main sponsor. There is no more money for the states because they are not selling oil from Biafra land anymore to the international community. So everybody is suffering. The end of the zoo is very close. The zoo will collapse due to economic hardship because there is nothing there anymore. And it's being confirmed here today. All the ones contesting for governorship, all of them that went to borrow money to contest to be governors of states, the money is no longer flowing in as it used to flow in before. And they are worried about it. They are seriously worried about it. Because if they don't sell oil, they cannot feed. It's a country full of people they claim are intelligent, but if they don't sell oil, they cannot feed properly. Very, very sad indeed. Extremely sad. Why are all these things happening? According to an Awasa man today, they have said that the north is under siege because of Buhari. Awasa is now realizing what we've been preaching all this while, that the terrorist and pedophile is the problem. He said he would destroy the zoo, and he's making a very good job of it, at destroying the Zoological Republic. And Buhari is continuing as the dictator, and this man is insane. Most of you don't know that Buhari is dying. Buhari is suffering from dementia and he is dying. Some of you don't know he had a stroke. Some of you are in a state of shock. Look at the left side of his face. You will know that that face has collapsed before. Ask any medical doctor that you know. You will see that the left side of his face, the muscles there have collapsed. The man is going to die of brain hemorrhage very, very soon because his blood pressure is exceedingly high. He'll wonder how do we get all this information, but we do. Do you know what he did, this lunatic? He went to Iguacha and sealed off the secretariat there. I warned before that Wike is in problem. Even before now, I said it. That APC Boko Haram wants to go to Iguacha. They need Iguacha. They need Owerri. And they also need Uyo. Once the triangulation is complete, then they will strike. Buhari have now sent people to go and close the secretariat. He has not got the powers to do so. But he is doing so because you call him your president. Dictatorship, I don't blame them. I blame black people because our understanding of governance is severely, severely restricted. I must tell you. And also in Iguacha, Buhari is now, all those Alamajiri you see in front of Presidential Hotel, they are now doing what they came to do. The other day was a bomb, and today they are fighting and killing Biafrans who are in PDP that supported Wike. And people keep asking us, why are you looking for Biafra? As if they are insane. David Cameron is trying to remove the UK from EU laws. I don't welcome when I am broadcasting, people are moving up and down. It's marks of ill discipline. People have asked me before to order the army to march, and I said to them, I am not sure of your discipline. We are live on the air and the world is listening. If you want to listen on your device outside, you're more than welcome to do so. But if you're here, then you remain here, please. You remain here. David Cameron wants to remove the UK from the EU, but he wants you to remain in one zoological republic. Nobody has ever asked him, why are you doing that? Because he's a white man. Why is it that David Cameron, the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, would want to pull away from a union that contains fellow Saxons in Germany? For some of you who don't know, Germans gave birth to the English as well. The royal family in England, they are German people. Are you aware of that? The royal family in England, they are from Germany. Are you aware of it? But do you know that the British Prime Minister do not want anything to do with Germany? They cannot be one. But they have the same blood. Most of the English people you see today, they come from the Saxony region of Germany. That's why they are called Anglo-Saxons. They don't want to be in the same political union in the EU with their own flesh and blood. But they want you and Alamajiri to be in the same country. I was looking at my tweet the other day. The British government is promoting corruption in the zoo. And I tweeted it with a picture of their deputy high commissioner shaking the hands of Tinubu. Who doesn't know Tinubu is a rogue? Who doesn't know? Tinubu is the 6th most corrupt African in history. But Britain is going to shake his hands, telling him, oh, don't worry, all will be well. We won't be here and you'll be prosecuted. Don't worry. Everything is fine. Because he has billions to bring to United Kingdom. But because you keep quiet, the world will think that everything is okay with you. It won't cost you anything to pick up one Twitter handle and write something into it. And say, we are bringing these things to your attention because Yoruba papers will not do it. Before I got here today, there are concrete confirmation from 2 European countries, 2. For the first time, they are saying to us, what do you want us to do for you? They are asking us these questions because we work very, very hard. They understand how genuine we are. And sometimes you also help when you propagate or spread this very gospel. Because you have nothing to be afraid of than fear itself. The white man wants to be free from a fellow white man. They're asking you in the zoo, you must be together with Hausa Fulani. And I ask myself, what do I have in common with an Hausa man? I just want to be factually objective. I want to like an Hausa man. I'm trying very, very hard. But what is there to like about an Alamajiri or Abogi? Nobody can tell me what is to like about them. We don't even drink the same type of water. We don't eat the same type of food. There is nothing that binds us together as a people. I don't know the planet that they inhabit. But one white man came from Britain and said, you, from today your name is Nigeria. And every black baboon jumped up and said, yes, sir, we agree. That was the day they lost respect for you. And that isn't going to change until we do something about it. Until we do. And also, there was an information I gave you before. None of you have bothered to research it. All over the world, I say. All the captured Boko Haram people they want to release. I gave this information to Jonathan, but he was too imbecilic to act upon it. They are all the people who either served as regiment or battalion commanders under the reign of Babangida or Buhari when they were in the army. The field commanding officers of Boko Haram, all of them either served under Buhari or served under Babangida. They are the 185 that they want to release by telling you that they will give you back Chibok girls. It was the information that was given to Jonathan, but he was too cowardly to try and act upon it. He's a coward. A very big one at that. And when we preach this, I know somebody wrote to me today to tell me that we should try and take it easy. Nandinago Kandinaga Church. I said to him, because you don't know the truth. If you know the truth will set you free. You will speak it all the time. And I said to him that I took an oath in Jerusalem to speak the truth always, no matter the consequences. It doesn't matter. It was spoken. Do you know what's happening now? Oh my God, my God, my God. They said they are doing miracle. They are doing a miracle crusade. And 5 people died. 5 dead. 5 dead. Very sad indeed. Very, very sad. New deal for Southeast over Ekweremadu. Sometimes you think that as indigenous people of Biafra, you're not doing anything. Do you know why they want to give a position to Ekweremadu? Because they're afraid of Biafra. Why is Gowon all of a sudden talking about an Igbo presidency? Because they're afraid of Biafra. Not just that, they know that IPOB is serious. So they want to neutralize you. They think we are foolish. If you come to my house, you take my mother and you make her Minister of Health. What has that got to do with me? What has it got to do with me? All this while, you know, when I see learned people, some of us who are abroad or that traveled abroad long time ago, when I look at some of us the way we reason, no, is that can you hear in the band yourself? What did we get? As if when you go back, you will travel to the man's house and he will feed you, or to the woman's house and they will feed you. What has somebody's position in the zoo got to do with your well-being as a human being? Absolutely nothing. I'm sure who governs Madrid? Is it a mayor or what do you call it? The leader of Madrid? Arcadia. Yes, no, I'm talking about the whole of Madrid. The governor. Arcadia, is that correct? Good, good. The fact of the matter is this. Who is the current Arcadia, whatever his name is? Do you know his name? You don't know the man's name, who is in charge of Madrid? Who is the Madrid governor? We don't know the person? Carmena. Or Camilla, whatever her name is. I want to ask all of you, is that woman from Isunjaba? No. Is she from Okigwe? No. Maybe she's from Oron? No. But would you prefer to be here, given the conditions of the zoo, or to be in Ekweremadu's local government area? Where would you prefer to be? You prefer Madrid, isn't it? But the woman or man is not from your village. Oh. That is the problem with us black people. It is called intellectual consistency. If you know what is right intellectually, you do it. It does not matter where somebody comes from. What matters is the policy that they pursue and enact when they're in office. People prefer to live in Madrid, Ebendiocha, than in Ekweremadu senatorial constituency. What does that tell you? So, what makes you think that if you cut a deal and make Ekweremadu deputy speaker, what effect does it have on me? Will it stop them from erecting roadblocks on the road? Will it make NEPA to bring light? Would there be drinking water? No. Would the roads be built? No. Would the schools work? No. Will they pay our parents their pension? No. Are they going to pay teachers? No. What on earth are you talking about? Is our turn? Is our man? That's the difference between black people and white people. Very simple thing, very tiny. It's not big. How you reason. How you reason. They want to bring in a Ekweremadu because they think if they do it, they can neutralize Biafra. Once they neutralize Biafra, then all of you will go back and say, no, you cut a deal. And then you do 1 or 2 businesses. After 2-3 years, it will crash to the ground. You start all over again. And then when you go back, like the man that was trying to contest for House of Assembly, they will tell you to go and handle a 15-year-old boy. Evil is happening. Evil is happening. They are cutting a new deal for Ekweremadu. How Buhari's slow pace is affecting the war against Boko Haram. All of you claim you are Democrats. Democracy. You were democracy in your Alakoba Alamajiri. I asked this question before. Can you name one country in the world being governed by Awasa Fulani that is doing well? I said one country in the world. In fact, even tell me one ministry, one simple ministry in Kete that is being run properly when an Awasa Alamajiri is there in power. I said name one. 0. Somebody was claimed they voted for him. They rigged him into power with the combined force of CIA and MI5. At gunpoint, Jonathan was asked to leave Asorok. This man is now the president of the zoo. For over 1 month, the only place in the whole world there is no cabinet, no petroleum minister, no finance minister, only one man is all these things put together. Unana Hekuogu. Mandi Asembia my account. So Buhari doesn't account, does he? All the money. So all this while Buhari is in power, are you telling me that oil has not been flowing? There's no oil or no gas? And there are no man studying. And there are man 24/7 they're selling crude oil and gas. Where is the money and who are we going to ask tomorrow what became of that money? That is why they want Radio Biafra to close. Ezioku Chineke. They say we preach hate. We don't like people. How can it be hate? We are asking you, how dare you be in power for getting to 6 weeks? No ministerial positions appointed. No cabinet to run the zoo. You claim you are 160 million. Only one single man as a dictator is doing everything. One single man. Even by our Alamajiri standards, this one beggars belief. But instead of those of them concerned to put pressure on this Alamajiri to say, we demand answers to questions, they dwell on psychophancy because you're looking for APC contract. Because you're a black person, that is why you're black. There is a reason for it. That we come in our villages, no good roads. There are reasons why that is happening. Because of our brain, the way we think. This UG, the way we process information is the problem. And how we apply it. That is why there is no light. That is why somebody will be in power for 6 weeks, going to the 7th week. He has not appointed anybody. He is not accountable to anybody. Nobody can call him for questioning. No, none whatsoever. And he claims he's a Democrat. Welcome to the world of baboons and monkeys. Now you see why once you say you're a Nigerian, instantly. And I'll say you're from the zoo. If you go out after this and say you're a Nigerian, it means you're an absolute idiot. Because when you say you're a Biafran, you actually get respect from people. Is that not true? Yes. Just go out and do an experiment. 2 of you should combine together and say, let's try something now. Let's meet those people and say you're from Nigeria. I'll say I'm from Biafra. You see the reaction you get, both of you. Dude, it's a very simple experiment. Just try and do it. And see what will happen to you. A country of thieves. And you are a petty criminal. You are stealing from people and you're boasting that you're smart. You are a thief. You own your shikewo. Buhari's slow pace is affecting everybody. Of course it will. And not surprising. Do you know the man called Motala Inyako? Have you heard about him before? 15 again. You know, they went to court. They put him in jail for 2 months. After that, the 15 billion is gone. Not only that, they said, oh, we are going to, because of the outcry, they said, we are going to call back 2 key witnesses to come and testify against him. Do you know what happened to them? You see now, they are dead. 2 key witnesses murdered in the zoo. People don't know that that place is worse than a zoo. It's worse than a jungle. You don't know. So all that police with AK-47, AK-49, AK-50, AK-1000, they cannot protect only 2 witnesses in a high-profile corruption case. But they are on the road doing checkpoint, taking money from people. And they are police. I don't know if you saw the picture of the policeman that the hand was cut off. Did you see it? He was trying to stop a Danfo driver. He jumped in front, for 15 naira. I saw him. The vehicle carried off the road and took this baboon and slammed him against the wall. The thing severed his hand immediately. In his next life, do you think he will do police work? No. Police or something. I wish he would bleed to death where he is. They cannot protect witnesses in a high-profile case. But somehow, they managed to build roadblocks. They are useless idiots. Oshimolowe says he has uncovered more corruption perpetrated by Jonathan and Okonjo-Iweala. What we did about this man is not enough. We need to do more. I want the names of all the little... See, this man spends money in importing little girls into the zoo. He will charter private jets for them. They will fly first class. They will come and they will make merry. They will put them up in plush hotels. They will be spending teachers' money, salary, on little girls from Namibia, from Lesotho, from Burundi. In the name of doing Miss Model University Pageant. Sponsored by Oshimolowe. After spending all this money, he is now coming back to say, oh, I have no money. And I'm asking him, how did those girls come to Bini? Hajokobia? I know we trek through the desert to come here, some of us. Those little girls that you're bringing in Oshimo. What is that man's name? Oshimole. Oshomole. Onye Yoruba ka woko onye bed. Oshomole. Useless man. After spending money on little girls, bringing them in, you have the presence of mind to stand up and say you are not giving any money. Where did you get the money from that you used to pay for their chartered flight to come and see you? Of course, not hear about yourself. Is that correct? My goodness me. My goodness me. Nobody can ask this useless man a question. I agree that Jonathan did not give you money. But where did you get the money to bring in little girls from all over Africa to Bini? From where did you get the money from? People can ask the question, can they? They cannot, because of who they are. Do you know that Boko Haram, they are now releasing their own video as well of beheading? Are you aware of it? How many of you here know that ISIS has come? Do you know they have come? You are aware of it? I beg you now. And they said to Boko Haram, show us that you're serious. Do you know what they did? Beheading. They have now started. They have taken Damatru. People are dying on a daily basis. There is mayhem. As they are killing people, they are saying, Sai Buhari. And they bunde matana. And then to talk about Biafra, some people now soku. Why is that the case? What are you afraid of? I ask you. What are you afraid of? You don't want to talk about Biafra. What do you talk about with your wife and friends? No, I'm curious. No, there is an Igbo man in Canada calling another Igbo man in South Africa. What do they talk about? If not Biafra. What else are you supposed to? What else are you supposed to be talking about? That people are dying every blessed day. How many people were killed in France? That Charlie Hebdo massacre. 9. I think even those attending Oscar and Grammy Award in America, I think they were all wearing ribbon for Charlie Hebdo. Is that correct? How many people die in the zoo every day? Eh? Nobody can hear it because they have killed. When you're used to killing in thousands, and you're using 10, 20, 30, it's news. It's not news anymore. If you keep sustaining thousands, then they know how serious you are. And somebody will see all of that and still go out and say, I am a Nigerian. I'm proud to be a Nigerian. This DCOG. Black. There's something seriously wrong with us, I'm telling you. Unpaid salaries. Do you know Ben Murray Bruce? Do you know him? He regrets that the bailout was channeled through state government. You know the money that the pedophile gave to governors to pay workers. Are you aware of it? You have somebody getting up in a country that claims it's a country, saying that we regret that the money was given to governors, elected officials. So even some people don't even trust the governors. It's understandable. A people that perfected a way of stealing. As you're about to leave office, you claim I took loan from UBA. I took loan from Societe Generale. I took loan from First Bank. How much is the loan? 143 billion. So you no longer go to steal from the treasury. You can't tell them, oh, it's loan money. It's loan, no. There is a saying where we come from. How do they say it? Ugwe jeji, about Ogwo. There's something Ugweji. That's correct. Is loan now? Is it stealing? Yeah? That I took loan from bank to run the state. Is that stealing? No, it's not stealing. It's loan. Loan is loan. But had that money been sitting there all this while, if you take it, it's called looting. So they wait. They wait. Dying minute they go to banks and they harvest all the money away. Do you know how much Fashola made? Do any of you know how much the Lagos state governor made from his own loan escapade? 142 billion. 142 billion. One single human being. He will come out tomorrow, float to a newspaper as the Tinubu has done. Tinubu has a newspaper, he has hotels, he has an airline. First Nation, you know he owns First Nation. Are you aware of that? First Nation, he owns it now, Tinubu. No, First Nation airline. Nation newspaper, is it TVC or TVQ television? And a few chains of hotels everywhere around the world. The 6th most corrupt African in history. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Yoruba man. They say, why give money to governors? But if governors are bad, then church abasagon. Even the government at the center doesn't trust the governors. Then that means that the zoo shouldn't be existing. There's no trust anywhere. Because if you give them the money, they will eat it. At Meduguri Motor Park, 4 suicide bombers on Keke Napep blew themselves up. Every day. Every blessed day. Every day things are happening. And to ask for Biafra, we are very lucky, that we have a specifically designed area called Biafra. We are not like Israel. We didn't go away, and when we are coming back, other people are now there. The luck we have is that our land is still there. You can bring everybody. It would. The Vatican has adjourned a court session of former ambassador, Okwa Cardinal, in Europe. Nemeto Mwaka Cardinal. Oh my God. They say he has taken ill. Some of the things that people see, some of the things that they see that they never tell their parents. Cardinal in Rome. Very child abuse. Bloody week in the north. Hundreds die in attacks according to Awasa paper, Daily Trust, of course. And also, do you know that Cameroon is now deporting baboons and monkeys back? Cameroon, they are now beginning to deport baboons and monkeys from Cameroon. Nobody you're a Nigerian. Nobody wants to see a Nigerian around them. Even Cameroon, they're saying it openly in Cameroon. We don't want you. You people are evil. Go back to where you come from. Why? Because of that name, Nigeria. Because of a useless name. The news in greater detail, please, if you allow us to. My goodness me. Hey, Boko Haram, they're very serious. So let's take a hard key here. Very, very serious. Very, very serious. Very serious. At least 15 people have been reportedly killed in separate attacks in Ngamdu. And do you know where that place is? Ngamdu. Have you heard about it before? At least because of Boko Haram, some Ngamdu. You know the place? Not Gwandu. Yes. It's near Medugri. They have now killed 15 people when suspected members of they say Islamic sect, Boko Haram. And when I say to the world, it's only Awasa Fulani in Boko Haram. Is that true or false? No. I want to know, is it the truth or not? When you say that Boko Haram should not be called Boko Haram, is Awasa Fulani killing people? Is that true or false? Who are the people in Boko Haram? Who are the ones blowing up people and killing them? How is that hate? That I hate Awasa, I hate Fulani. Is that not the truth? Are they not the ones killing people? Today they have killed another 15. I don't know what the number will be for tomorrow, but I know tomorrow they are going to kill. Passengers traveling along the road, we are said to have returned following reports that the insurgents have taken control of the only road leading to Medugri. They have taken over the only road leading to Medugri. But Buhari said that he's locating the Central Command to Medugri. Is that not correct? Central Command, is that not correct? I want every chief of staff to head straight to Medugri. Now the only road to Medugri. Boko Haram have not closed it. What a beautiful military strategist he is. I told you the man is demented. He's suffering from dementia. This is somebody who said he is a general and he went to school. You're taking your entire military central command apparatus into the heart of enemy territory. And you say you're a man that has commanded men at war before. I didn't go to a military school, but I know that is the most foolish thing anybody can do. Now the only road that goes into Medugri and out is blocked. There is something I told you before. I've been waiting for somebody to point it out to me. None of you did. Do you know that I was saying that Olukolade was lying? Do you remember? Do you know Olukolade of Yoruba man that was spokesman for army? He will come and tell you that winning against Boko Haram, they are doing this. Do you remember that? Ever since they removed that man, have you been hearing news coming now? When we said, they say, oh, you hate them. Why do you? We don't hate anybody. We simply tell you the truth. That's what we do. Very, very sad indeed. Boko Haram is on the prowl, and the correct news is now coming out regarding the fate of people. People are dying every blessed day. Why are they dying? Because they are Nigerians. Without the name Nigeria, they will be alive. That is what I want you to know. As I have been trying to convince white people, and we are winning anyway. I want to tell you that we are winning. I said to them, if you want Boko Haram to stop, all you need to do is allow Biafra to be free. It's like pouring fuel into fire. As long as they see people they term who are Christians, who are infidels, they will keep fighting. They will have a reason to keep on fighting. Any day you remove that from them, they will stop what they're doing. That's what you must know. That is something that you must know. This is Radio Biafra. We are live in Madrid, in Spain, where we are preaching before an audience of Biafrans and millions all over the world. Everybody listens to Radio Biafra. Mandi agadi nwanyi no makwanka. Nke agadi nwanyi na asụsụ bekee no lo na. Egba also. They listen to Radio Biafra. Everybody does. Because every evening and morning when we can, we congregate for this very message and gospel from heaven. Somebody said, who amongst you here inboxed me about the dredging of River Niger? It was in vogue before. They are dredging the Niger to make on a chassis. Or was it P2B? So they are dredging the Niger. Remember that news? Well, they want to dredge the Niger. When I say that Africans are a bit funny in the head, I know what I'm talking about. If you're a Nigerian, a baboon or a monkey, after this type of news, you will understand why when you say you're a Nigerian, they'll be looking at you as if you're not well in the head. Federal government, by which they mean Buhari, grants Kaduna inland container depot port status. Is Kaduna a seaport? Is there any navigable river inside Kaduna? Did River Benue flow through Kaduna? Did River Niger flow through Kaduna? Did Imo River flow through Kaduna? I don't understand. So how do they want to get the containers now into Kaduna? I want to know. How? By land, by Dangote truck. Do you think they're joking? No, please answer me. What is the essence of having a container port depot in Kaduna? Who are the people that are bringing container into the zoo? I did not hear you well. Who are the people that are bringing container? They want you now, after clearing with Mr. Olatum Bonsin at Apapa. You guys say, meet here Abdul Rahman in Kaduna. Is it about gonna container say about I'm saying one a lot umbuko busi. From Ugawasa. Then you start your settlement. After you must have settled them from Yoruba land all the way to Kaduna, you then begin to settle them once again. And of course you have to pay Dangote now, isn't it? Somebody has to be paid to carry this container to Kaduna. These are people that claim that they are human beings. You want to make Kaduna an inland container depot. Which container from where? Do you fly in cargo plane with containers in them? The answer is no. What rubbish? Are they human beings at all? And these are the people that you want to be in the same country. I'm a Nigerian. No, I'm a Nigerian. These are the people. Is there any major river around Madrid? Huh? Do they have a container seaport here? So, what do you think will happen if tomorrow you go and meet? Do you think it will make sense? I'm not talking about stream. I say river. So tomorrow, in fact, let me ask you, please. Have you ever seen a container depot in Madrid before? Where containers are packed? waiting for clearance. The only place you have anywhere in the world, the only place you have containers, for goodness sake, is at coastal outlying cities, harbors, or towns. Never inland. The only way a container can travel inland is if you are going to deliver it to the owner on the back of 911. Or you are actually dredging a river. As London is, London can accept container because Thames River is there, right through the middle of the city. I can understand that. You can take a container to the middle of New York because of the Hudson River. That is perfectly understandable. So I don't, for the life of me, see how people that claim they are learned can stand up one day and say, we want to start bringing in container into the land. Oh my goodness me, black people in this UG. I'll read the news for you. The federal government of the zoo has declared Kaduna Inland Container Depot, ICD. You know, they love these acronyms. I thought ICD is internally displaced person. Yeah? Oh, IDP. Oh, dear me. Listen to I want to let you know the policies they are pursuing. When I say they are baboons and monkeys, so for this is the type of policy that only a monkey can come up with. Not a human being. It's inconceivable. The federal government has declared Kaduna Inland Container Depot a port of origin. Port of origin and final destination to extend shipping services. Oh dear me. To extend shipping services to hinterlands and landlocked areas to decongest the ports. To decongest the ports. There are too many containers coming into the port. Are you listening to me very well? Because of that, decongestion is simple English word. To make something less. So what they now want to do is for them to decongest the ports, they will carry these containers to Kaduna. Ibrusia bill of lading, Zuzruga, Lagos. After running around like a headless chicken, from there you take off again to all the way to Kaduna. And meanwhile, you take a flight now, and Kaduna airport will be buzzing. Meanwhile, Owerri is closed, you know. Meanwhile, Asaba, you cannot go there now because they said the runway is undulating. But you have to now fly to Kaduna to go and clear your container. And then from there, you negotiate with Dangote. And then you bring your container down. And then when you get to Mbuko Bus, you will see Masop. And I'll say 25,000 before you can land it on the ground. Terrible. Let's continue. Boko Haram militants seized the Matru Medugri Road. This was a place that Jonathan said everything was fine. I said to the world then that the zoo military, they were lying about the state of, calm and peace they had. You couldn't defeat Boko Haram in 6 years. All of a sudden, in 2 weeks, you're defeating them. Today, look at what is happening in the zoo. Boko Haram militants have taken over the highway linking Medugri and Damatru, capitals of Borno and Yobe states, respectively. A police officer stationed in one of the villages along the highway told Premium Times that travelers are being asked to return as the terrorists have taken over the road between Benishek, a town 85 kilometers away from Medugri, and Ngamdu, 35 kilometers away from Damatru. And this is where you have the Central Command. Has anyone heard from the Chief of Army Staff, or Chief of Air Staff, or Chief of Naval Staff? When I told you people that you have naval headquarters inside the desert, I was joking. Now they're putting a container depot in Kaduna. What do you expect? What do you expect? We continue. The finances of the zoo states are deteriorating as governors fail to consider the revenue potential of naturally given resources in their domains and choose to beg for federal government bailouts, such as those granted yesterday to pay worker salaries. Over 18 states owe workers salaries for periods ranging from 3 to 10 months. It's been gathered, according to these findings, that each of the zoo 36 states is blessed with either or both arable land for agriculture and solid minerals capable of bringing in sufficient revenue in the form of taxes. What they are saying to you is the oil from Biafra land belongs to federal government of the zoo. But anything you now find in terms of solid minerals or whatever they call it can now belong to the state. These are the things you need to bear in mind when we talk about the injustice in the damnation called Nigeria. People say, oh, states are begging the federal government. Imo State governor, not Okurawasa, went to beg for state funding. Abia governor went, they are begging for teacher salary. For goodness sake, the money they claim that the zoo government has is coming from Biafra land. How can I be going to Abuja? Wike is going to Abuja to beg for money, for bailout money to pay teachers. How can I? The money, the resources you claim you control is coming from my land. And you're asking me to diversify. How come the zoo itself cannot diversify to consider alternative ways of growing an economy and generating revenue? But they can't do it because they are Wasa Fulani. They are not civilized and incapable of being civilized. They're asking you to go and look for ways to make money. So, Mama say one Mama Napata, you can't see it. The one from Aguleri is not resources. The one from Uguta, or Haji, Ebema, Okwa is not resources. Is that what you're saying? They are not resources. What other resource do you want me to consider? How about Jigawa? How about Sokoto? They say they bring in yam and tomatoes. What does Sokoto produce? Huh? Do they plant orji where they come from? Good. They consume it. I want somebody to tell me what Sokoto State contributes. Oh my goodness. Maybe they supply Boko Haram. At least. They have border with Niger. They do birth control. Birth control. The north is under siege because of Buhari. The governor, it is in Duse, Governor Sule Lamido of Jigawa State has expressed disgust over what is described as the level of threat some northerners we are facing for not supporting the presidential ambition of the former head of state. This was a news that reported this year, around January time. The reason why we are bringing it back is to understand the pressure people we are being placed under in order to support a terrorist. Now they have supported him. I'm waiting for somebody to say that Buhari is a resounding success. I'm still waiting. They say change. I will hit the floor running. I will hit the pavement crawling. And he is crawling indeed. Can you imagine if it were to be a Biafran in power and this is happening? I was at now. They said they have the panacea to treat the ills of insurgency, to stop Boko Haram. They said if you vote for Buhari because he's one of them, somehow things will change. And things have not changed. People are still dying till tomorrow morning. People are still perishing. Very, very sad indeed. Very sad. Extremely sad. Police is now sealing secretariat in River State because Buhari said so. My goodness me. My goodness. Did Jonathan ever go to the north to close off any governor's secretariat? I want to know. Did Jonathan ever dabble into the running of states in the Mohammedan Emirates of the North? But Buhari needs Igbo. They have taken over already. My friend is here. I'm not going to go over. Lago to the Awasa. What is left now is Iguacha and Uyo. Once they take Iguacha and Uyo, the triangle is complete and then they'll come after us. There's nothing anybody can do about it. My goodness me. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. Very sad. There is tension in the Emohua local government area of Rivers State following a skirmish between rival political parties at the local government secretariat. It has been reported. Members of the APC, Awasa Alamajiri Boko Haram, and PDP clash following an attempt by APC members to prevent the caretaker committee chairman from inaugurating councillors and other officers. This is what they have done to you. The zoo has turned your brothers into scavengers. A young man in River State sees allocation as their only means to survive. Either allocation or amnesty money. That is why they are fighting themselves. But our Hausa people are in Jigawa having fun. They are in Katsina having fun. Their children are driving 2015 Porsche Turbo 911. That the whole of, the whole of Omwa don't have the money. And we are here squabbling. Caretaker committee this, caretaker committee that, because we don't know how to run the economy. That is why we want Biafra. That is why we are praying and asking for Biafra to come. That we can go out and make things that were once impossible become possible in not just Biafra but the whole of Africa. Sometimes I pray and wish that Chukwu Abiyama can send those people. Because I know they exist. I know they do. People are dying in Iguacha. The British Prime Minister is David Cameron. Downing Street, which is the office of the Prime Minister, has dismissed claims that David Cameron is set to push for the UK to be exempt from European Union employment laws as speculation. But that's what they've been doing before. They're not part of Schengen. They claim they love each other. But David Cameron wants Alamajiri to bring his cattle to my village and destroy my mother's crops in the farm. But David Cameron will not be part of an EU that contains France and Germany because they are afraid, because of their lowly economic status, that Germany will overrun them. But what they themselves don't want, they are wishing on us. Very, very sad indeed. Extremely sad. Very, very sad. But I'm going to ask questions. The answer is, of course, no. The answer is no. We must continue. Who is from Ekuremadu's village here? Is there anybody from the village of Ekuremadu here? Nobody. And rightfully so. Listen to this news very, very carefully, please. If Southeast leaders and elders can convince the Deputy Senate President, Senator Ike Ekuremadu, to resign voluntarily, the geopolitical zone will get the position of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Secretary to the Government of the Federation. No ministerial appointments. No political office of any gravitas or magnitude. Secretary to the government. In other words, an errand boy. That is how far you have been reduced. This is the consequence of compromise, the consequences of weak leadership by Ohaneze and Diatron and Dioshi. This is an insult. Some of you don't see it as an insult, but it is. Secretary to who? To the government of Nigeria. That Ike Ekuremadu should be forced to resign. So they will give you secretary to government. Complete and utter disdain. No regard for you. None whatsoever. Because of how you have made yourself. As our brother said, you have no regard for yourself. Don't think that putting on red cap and going to child naming ceremony makes you a decent person, because it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm afraid to say. It doesn't. How Buhari's slow pace is affecting the war against Boko Haram. Everybody knows that, don't they? that the pedophile Muhammadu Buhari's current slow approach to governance is affecting the prosecution of the war against extremist group Boko Haram in the northeast, according to a Yoruba newspaper. Officials in the administration and some retired security and military experts who spoke to them expressed the view that the decision by the terrorist Buhari to continue working with the service chiefs and the national security advisor he inherited from the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan is greatly affecting the war, because Boko Haram is in fact winning. 2 witnesses scheduled to testify against former governor of Adamawa State, Murtala Nyako, have died mysteriously. Can anybody tell me honestly, please, what does Adamawa State produce? Huh? What does Adamawa State produce? Now, how did they get 15 million? From where did they get the 15 million from? 15 billion, rather. Where did they get the 15 billion from? Do we have 15 billion in Imo State? Adamawa State, they have nothing. They produce nothing. They don't have any scientists. They don't have a writer. They don't have a poet. Are they the ones controlling Nollywood? Is there any musician from Adamawa State? My goodness me. The only thing that they do there is to sit down every month and wait for allocation. Allocation is the money coming from Biafra land. An entire state in our land. They don't do anything just to wait for allocation. That is why a human being can steal 15 billion. And then after that, what happens? Those coming to testify, they have died. So what can you do? You have to release him. You must release him. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. Boko Haram have now started their own beheading. They have released their first picture of beheading. No, in fact, I think they even tweeted it as well. Very, very sad indeed. This is after ISIS came to take over. Boko Haram, the group being funded by Muhammadu Buhari, has released their first video of a beheading since it pledged allegiance to ISIS earlier this year. According to British media reports, the footage shares many similarities with the vicious... Oh, my goodness me. My goodness me. They are now beheading people because ISIS have now come to take over the operations on the ground. And you are the targets. When I speak, remember what I'm telling you, or you write it down. You are the target, and they will not stop until they have seriously dented who you are as a people, until you become Muslims. I know that some of you will be glad. You know, there's a saying where we come from. You know, there's that type of a mentality. You know, you don't really care if it is APC, if it is Al-Majiri, if it's Islam, it doesn't matter. As long as I can buy a 9-year-old car from Europe and drive to my village during Christmas, I have made it as a man. They have come. I don't know how you plan to counter them. I have no idea how you intend to counter these people. They said you should not give money to governors. Governors are not trustworthy. Senators are not. House of Reps, nobody is. Then why have a country, I'm asking you? Why stay together in a country if nobody can trust anybody? Nobody trusts anybody. So why are you in a country? If the president cannot trust the governors enough to release money to them, then what are you doing in a country? But I'm sure it has so much to do with laziness and all the rest of it. I will leave the news here for now. For the time being, the lines will be opened, and we are going to go to some of you that have not spoken to be able to say what is on your mind, because the whole world is listening that this is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are also direct. The time here now in Spain is to 10, isn't it? It's about 20 to 10. Is that correct? is to 10. Here is Spain, it is to 10. Did people come from the same time zone as I did to come here? It's to 10 here. It is to 9 in England and also in Biafra land. It is to 9 in Biafra, 20 to 9 in Biafra land. But here it is 20 to 10. 20 to 10 it is down here. Suicide bombers everywhere, killing people as we expect them to. You have the microphone. If anybody wants to say anything, please, you stand up and then you come closer to this place. Please, you have something to say, please. You can come to this very place if you have something to say. Do you have anything to say? Yes, anybody who has something to say. Can I have the phone, please? The phone, the telephone. Somebody's phone is making noise somewhere. Whose phone is that, please? Make sure that your phone is off. Once again, please, the number to call is +34 63 10 86 865. Please go ahead.
Biafrans, Director, you are much welcome.
Thank you.
We are very glad to have you in our midst. Good evening, Biafran all over the world. Good afternoon, good morning to some of you, wherever you are. My name is Ugochukwu Okoyeze. Please, I would like to use this opportunity to tender my undeserved apology to all Biafrans worldwide for my inability of my shortcoming to come on air to thank Biafrans, all those who made it to come and grace the occasion of my wedding on 25th of April. Although I try all my possible means to get to Radio Biafra, but getting to Radio Biafra is like somebody wishing to go to heaven without dying. I try all my best, but I cannot. So I'm very glad today, here in the presence of everybody, asking for forgiveness, to forgive me that I did not make it. At the same time, Director, I would like to say something about these people that they put us together. They call us one Nigeria, or whatever they call it. Calling us Nigeria, I asked somebody, what is the meaning of this name, Nigeria? What are we called? Since when I started following Radio Biafra from 2009. Then I came to Madrid newly. I asked somebody, what are we called before ever 1914? He said, I did not know. Then I asked him, if you don't know what we are being called then how dare you calling me a Nigerian? It's quite unfortunate that some of us are still carrying the death warrant they call the passport. They tag it on us. It is a death warrant. If you don't know, if you have ever traveled, when you jam any international airport, you'll be standing there for more than 2 hours. What you do, I don't know. You cannot say. So now, in this very case, there was a program director run some days back. People are saying something about the richest man, Mr. Dangote. Let me tell you here and now that man, Dangote, is not the richest man. What makes Dangote is IBB, is Buhari, is Obasanjo.
Hold on to that thought for a second. I want to take this call. Very important, please.
Hello.
The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Director, good evening.
Good evening to you.
My name is Kelechi Anupro.
Yes.
I'm calling all the way from Malaga.
Yes.
Yeah, Director, once again, I have to greet you once again.
Thank you.
And the Tuku Abiyama must always be with you in the mighty name of Jesus. What I want to tell you now, Mr. The Director, please, some of our people here in Spain, they don't want to join Biafra as a country. Many of them, they always talk nonsense about Biafra, which I don't even like. So please.
Let me ask you a question. You say people talk nonsense about Biafra.
Yep.
Does Okorocha talk nonsense about Biafra? Let me ask you. Does he?
I don't want to look. I'm from Imo State. Or what?
I want to prove something to you.
Right on.
Anybody who talks nonsense about Biafra, anybody. If it lasts, let it be your younger brother, your younger sister. Anybody against Biafra is fathered by an Awusa Fulani man. Your mother must be wayward. Because to be free is in our DNA. Freedom is who we are. To be free is part and parcel of who we are. How many people in the world answer autonomous community as their name? Do you know the meaning of the word autonomous? I think we were discussing here before we came on air. Eze Bernard and Wanamadu used to be the Ezuku of Unguku. Is that not correct? Is that not correct? They kept dividing it. Now it's only his father's compound that is the Eze of. Is that not correct? Are the other ones not autonomous? Are they not free from the reign of Wanamadu? So how come you are prepared to be autonomous from your own brother but not from Onyawosonya Fulani? That means you're not well. I come from Isiama Faruku Ibegu. I fathered the Isiato 3. I think I went to my father's coronation before the aircraft landed at Heathrow. I said, into 4. I'm 3 more 4. Autonomous. How come when they are fighting for your community to be autonomous, how come none of you said no? We don't want to be autonomous. You are prepared to allow your village to be autonomous, but not for Biafra to be autonomous from the zoo. Then there's something wrong with you. You are inconsistent philosophically. My dear brother, please continue. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Director. Please, the only thing I want to say in a sense is that, please, I want the chairman of Malaga and the coordinator of Malaga to try hard and be to people in Malaga, because I know many of them are interested in this movement of our Biafran land. But only thing I want to say, the Chukwu Abiyama must grant you peace, and you and your family. Director, go ahead, do what you're doing. We are 100% with you, and we cannot go back again. We are heading ahead. We are moving forward. Okay, so we cannot go back in this movement. The only thing we are going to do is to join our people together. We have to enlighten them and let them know exactly anything pertaining about Biafra. Because so many of our brothers and sisters died during the war, and we cannot keep quiet, and our people are trying to mobilize everywhere. Look now, listen to me. You say that they are trying to have a depot in Kaduna. Fine. Well and good. If they do that, it is 100%. When Outama said that he's going to do something, and he's going to do it, and there's no going back. Okay? I know them. I work in Nigeria so long before I come to here in Europe. I know what they can do and what they cannot do. So please, Mr. Director, God will guide you and protect you and your family, and all the Biafra people that have the spirit to join this movement. God will guide us and protect us. We cannot go back again, and we must move forward. And soon or later, this Biafra will get heard as soon as possible, whether they like it or not.
You see?
Thank you very much, and good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. Thank you. Can somebody know if you not to disable this thing from this call waiting bleeping sound is doing my head in? Thank you very, very much. Thank you for that. You were saying something, please, before continue to conclude for us. Yes.
So what I'm saying is that about this argument of who is the richest man or this richest man is doing this or doing that, all of them are just siphoning our money away. All the past presidents of Nigeria, all the past governors, all of them are in that ring called Dangote. They just put one man as a superhead. That is one. Please, I want to call upon all Biafrans worldwide, please, all those that are sleeping, all those that are believing that I'm a Biafran Nigeria, please, come back alive. Let us come out to support this very unifying force. Biafra is a force, whether you like it or not. Biafra is a big-time force. It's a big sea. If you jump inside it, it swallow you. Because from my wedding, I observed something. Immediately, the Chifuche Nasiebu entered in with his entourage. Everywhere changed. The glory of God stand. People start calling me, who are these people? Immediately, the banner of Biafra stand. I said, these are my people. This is the people of light. And that was the way it stays until after the whole wedding. And I give God thanks. Director, I'm telling you here today that you have 100 men in this man, call him not to praise him. But he's a forceful man. At the same time, Director, all my prayer to you is that the Almighty Chukwu Abiyama will guide and protect you. Anything that they plan against you, they will carry you with their head. No man, no woman. Any man, any woman that say that you cannot be, he will put his own life first. And you will live to see what you are fighting for. Thank you very much, Director.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Who else has something to say? If you do, please come forward. Please come forward and do so. Please go ahead.
Hello, Biafrans. Good evening and good morning and good afternoon to some of you. My name is Chukwuemeka Ohaibu. I happens to be the zonal coordinator of Malaga. And then we have come here today to join hands in welcoming Director, our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. And Director, I really want to comment on the news you read now about this congestion of wharf to Sokoto State or to Kaduna State. Sure. I don't know if they don't realize that there are some part of people that import that container. Can they relocate it to their own side? Can they find a way and then they say, okay, these containers, let us make it. Let us go and put it on their own.
No, they won't do that
because this is their problem.
That's what is the natural harbor. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
And so also is Igbo. So also is Calabar. Are you aware of that? But they left all the seaports they have and they went all the way to Kaduna, very close to desert, to go and build depot. Go ahead, please.
Right now, please, I am calling on the Igbo speaking Biafran that used to, import goods and containers. They should see right now the handwriting on the word. You don't need somebody to come and explain to you again. They are taking you off, whether you want it or not. You have to go. So all I am trying to tell them now is they should wake up and then say no. They should stand up and say no, because Hausa, when they say, they do it. It's like a joke now, but don't be surprised. Before 2 months now, it's done. It's like it doesn't enter to our score. But believe me, don't be surprised. The next contract you're going to see here, you have to go to Hausa. It's pure. So please, I want to use this media to call all the Biafran, Igbo-speaking Biafran that used to import goods and services. They should please stand now and say no. Let us channel it to our land, Biafra. That is the only way we can be able to be safe and secure. And another thing again, Director, I have gotten an information today on that they have given a lot of money to the Boko Haram people, their agent, to go to Biafra land to rent house. To rent house. I got the information from the right source. To rent a house
so that they will be killing. They have to start by silent killing. So please, this information, people who are giving out their houses to the Hausa Fulani, they should please either they let them go or they should stop giving their house out. It's for their own good. And Director, another thing again I want to say is your days must be long. Yes, and I just thank you, and I can't thank you enough. Director, you will live long.
Thank you.
And then carry on. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for that. I believe I have a caller on, I think it's on Skype, isn't it? The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yes, Director. Good evening, Director.
Good evening to you. Please, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Eziuku, and I'm calling from New Zealand.
From New Zealand. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yes, Director. Thank you, Director, for the work you have been doing. It has been a very, very long time since the last time I rang Radio Biafra. I've been trying as much as possible to listen to Radio Biafra. When you tell people that Radio Biafra is being listened to on 4 corners of the planet, I think where I'm calling you from this evening is actually one of the evidence. If anybody that looks at the map of the world, from where I am at the moment, this is the last land. The rest is Pacific Ocean all the way to America. So Radio Biafra is being listened to when you tell people that they're being listened to all over the world. But one of my reason of calling this evening, well, it's morning time here. This is Sunday morning. Sorry. So pardon me for the mix of morning and night there.
That's okay.
It's about the guy that called from Spain. You see, our people have a way of, of when they see something that is being done and they know that this is the truth and reality, they will look at the difficulty involved in it, the hard work that it requires, and the easiest option is to say, no, I won't be able to do this. And that is the reason why we still remain part of Nigeria up to this particular moment. They can be very, very frustrating. And some of the news, when you hear about what is happening to them, you wonder why. When I came to New Zealand 3 months ago, that was when when Indonesia killed, executed about 10 people, that committed, those people that made headlines. Mostly Australia was the one in particular who did everything to try to release their 2 citizens.
Yes.
But people forget that there are 4 Biafran people that was among those people. They have a country. I know they might have, whether they actually committed crime they sentenced for or not. But all of them that were committed or convicted, only Australia and Brazil that actually made efforts to rescue to ask for leniency for their people. Nigeria did not, nobody actually heard about Nigeria. So there have been so many ways that people have, Nigeria have shown our people that we are not important to them. We are virtually absolute non-existent when it comes to that evil entity called Nigeria. So every time, I've been hearing this for the past 2 years. Spain, Malaga, this, that. If they don't want to, just leave them. Just leave them. Let them continue their slavery and their criminal ways. When I arrived here 3 months ago, I went to Auckland City, and I met some African people and Biafran people there. Director, I just came back from Auckland 2 days ago. Out of the people I met, about the 3 people that I met when I went there, 2 of them have been actually sentenced to prison now. 15 years. One is serving 15 years, and the other one is serving 18 years. So our people always prefer. They want to take risk. There's no bet if it's actually risk at all. There's no better risk to take than to make sure that we get Biafra wherever we are. We should make sure that we give everything. There's nothing that director have not said on Radio Biafra that have not come to fruition before our people. Nigeria, northern and Hausa Fulanis, they only have one agenda: to convert all of us to Islam. And if you refuse, the consequence is going to be death. So instead of dying in the hands of Hausa man, why not die where you are trying to bring freedom to your people? I was listening to explaining how our people we want autonomy everywhere you go, autonomous community. As soon as you leave home, by the time you come back, they have changed the name of your autonomous community. It's no longer the one you know before. They've changed it to something else again. But we are not prepared to fight for Biafra. There is, whether we like it or not, the only answer to our freedom, the only opportunity we ever have in our life is this time that we have somebody who is prepared to give everything. Nnamdi Kanu, if he wants to be a millionaire, he will be, by this time he'll be enjoying the fruit of his labor. He's very, very clever. He's intelligent enough. He came from a family that they are not even poor. But he sacrificed everything. When you look at his wife, and you ask, how can this man leave this beautiful woman? And every day he be rode over the world, trying to make our people have freedom. We have to understand the period, the real importance of what is this man is trying to do for us. I am glad our people back home have actually started grasping or accepting what is actually happening. But there is the message is clear. How Boko Haram is coming. America wasn't able to defeat terrorism. Britain couldn't defeat terrorism. The only opportunity we have is to remove ourselves from Nigeria. Are you surprised that all these bombings that is happening all over the world, there's nothing happening in Japan? There's a reason why. Because Japan said no to Islam.
Exactly. The same way that Zugu, thank you very much. Thank you for that. Too many people here. The same way we say no to Islam. Did I tell you somebody called me? He said his grandfather's from Ebonyi. Now we knew how come we are saying that? Does it mean he can no longer go for his Jumat prayers? I told him to remain in Sokoto. But we say Jumat in Sokoto is better. Sounds better than in Ebonyi. Thank you very much. All the way from New Zealand, people are listening all over the world. And the calls will keep coming in. Please, whoever calls next or speaks next, 2 minutes, please. Please, 2 minutes. Who has something to say, please? You say it. Only 2 minutes, I beg of you. Go ahead.
Biafran. Biafrans. Freedom. Aham bụ Joshua Ogwegwe. Onye Enugu State. Onye Nike. Ugogo Nike. Now, I am here in Radio Biafra, speaking for all over the world, for all the Biafran, from north, south, east, and west. Good morning, good evening, good night, good morning, everywhere. So, my people of Biafra, I am using this opportunity to pass this message, a concrete message. The word of God said in Nahum chapter 1, verse 9 and 10, affliction shall not rise for the second time. Yes. It is our that every man born of Igbo, born of the whole tribe of Biafra, have to get up. Whether you like it or not, it is an obligation. It is a duty that every hand must be on deck. Even though that you are this or you have bribed your father, they have bribed your father or your mother, know it that you are a different creed. Hausa, Igbo, Biafra can never be. Yoruba and Biafran can never be. Whether you like it or not, believe it or not, Biafra remains Biafra. And freedom is at hand. Today, I want you to know that you are hearing the voice of servant of God, Son of Man. Director of Radio Biafra have made it possible to come to Madrid. I am living in Madrid, and God made me to be here. I thank you, Director, and your coordinators, and all the members that making things possible. So all the Biafran people in Nigeria, whether you like it or not, I want you to get ready. We are going back to the field of action. Then the United Nations will decide. Amalgamation of Nigeria in 1914 have come to an end. We are no longer under siege. You can go on your own. but you have to make a noise so that the word will penetrate. You cannot be keeping silent. Hausa man will taking everything that belonging to Biafran men and women, feeding the Almajiri people. The word of God said, according to Abraham, the promise of God, I am taking my people to the land that flow in with milk and honey. Watch it all over the world. Igbo land, Biafran land is the highest land. That promise is manifesting in your land. Then you allow the Gentiles, the uncircumcised Hausa and Yoruba people to be coming and taking your land, taking your goods, taking what you have been working for, your father have labored for. Then they have swallowing all. You keep silent, say federal government. What is federal government? There is nothing like federal government. Biafran have their own land. I thank you.
Thank you very, very much and well spoken. We are going to take one or two calls and then I will tell you why I have problem with those of us with Igbo mentality. Ndi Igbo na ebe a, aga m agwa unu eziokwu. I will tell you the truth. And I will tell you exactly why we have a problem. IGBO. The news is here and I'll bring it to you in a second. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? I have a caller on the phone. Can you hear me? The caller on the phone. Can you hear me? No. It's not working, is it? The caller on the phone. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah.
Yes. Your
my
name
name is Nabu. From Malaga. From Malaga.
From where?
From Malaga.
From Malaga. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Director, I want to thank you so much for all your efforts concerning this great struggle about Biafra. And protect you and give you the more inspiration on what more to do in order to actualize this very great struggle. Once again, I'm grateful that you're here in Spain. Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Do we have any other person who has something to say, please? Yes. Freedom.
All my people of Biafra, I salute every one of us here and the people all over the world. Good evening from here, good morning and good afternoon. My director, is a great privilege to I'm hugging you this afternoon because today is a great day in my life. When a hand of God appear to hug me, I am blessed because it's not easy for you to render yourself for God to use. All of us, I said it every day. If it is not you, nobody can be like you. Because nobody preached to me to come to Biafra. I saw it on my bed early in the morning, and that is how my God direct me. If I begin to narrate the story, I will waste our time, but I want to let all of us know, all over the world, that this time is the time that the Lord has made, and there's no way you can stop the work of God. So I want to thank my coordinator in Valencia. He's a great man, no matter all the challenges. So I thank all the coordinators. No matter the challenge, no matter whatever, stand because you know what you are fighting. And I want to thank all my people in Biafra land, from Aba to anywhere in Shekiri. I want to thank Ojukwu. All the crying that you have been crying, God, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, is hearing and he will answer us. All my people, hour has come and God Almighty, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, will see us through. All hail Biafra.
Thank you very much and well said. I like that. Sometimes we don't actually give credit to our coordinators. You know, I hammer them a lot because they are principal officers of state. They work hard more than any other group of people. That is the truth. National coordinators work very, very hard. They are the hardest working group and we must give them all the support that they can get. And one day we'll finally appreciate them for the great work they have been doing. We must say that to them. They have been working very, very hard. In the face of every opposition, continue relentlessly to do your work. Very important. I will say one thing before he takes over. Igbo, 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 Igbo. Let me read this news for you. We should concern ourselves with how to develop Igbo land and not how to become a Biafra republic, because that name Biafra is treasonable. Former Deputy National Leader Masop. Chief Romy Ezonwoka. Somebody I actually used to like, incidentally. Quite funny. The Ogrishi of Igbo. 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 You open your mouth and you say Biafra is treasonable. That means you don't know Igbo history. It means you don't know yourself. The creation of Nigeria is a treasonable act, is a rape of culture and tradition, and is a damnable and abominable sight before heaven and before man on earth. The zoological republic, what the British did, is against every rule known to man. They broke it. Somebody who says he's Ogrishin Igbo, a tattooed Igbo man, may honor talking rubbish, pure nonsense. When white people look at this, let me tell you what they do when we go to see them. When they read this type of thing, when I was in one European country, I went to see a journalist. I said to them, we want to appear on your national TV. He said, sit down, we are coming. He came and saw me. He said, your case is not urgent. I have these bombs going off here. Tell me what is happening in your place. What is urgent about it? I said, they're killing us. They're bombing Calabar. They're doing this. They're doing that. He said to me, you don't look as if your place is under siege. You don't look it. Look at what somebody... I have this man on a tape where he was saying how good Biafra is. That goes to show that some of us are fair weather friends. At the slightest sign of difficulty, they run away. This man is running because he went to dabble into politics in the zoo. If you go online, you will see all the things he said when he was working with Owazurike. Our brother, I don't know if he's gone. That is why I have problem with Igbo. No Yoruba man can say this type of thing. Even now, as Boko Haram is killing our people, no Hausa man can get up and say what we are doing is against Hausa interest. Never. They will never say that. But only an Igbo man, IGBO, will get up and utter such rubbish and say such nonsense. And he's a Grecian Igbo. He's a titled man. How can the one not you? The one I want the titled man. Very sad indeed. Please give him the microphone. This is Radio Biafra. We are live in Madrid, in Spain, and the world is, of course, listening. Please go ahead.
Biafrans.
Freedom.
Biafrans. Biafrans.
Freedom.
I'm very, very happy to be here this evening or this night. If you watch, by my watch, I think it's past 10. First of all, I want to say my greetings to all Biafrans all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and good day to wherever you are or wherever region you are or you are hearing this segment from. It's unfortunate that I didn't meet up because I was coming all the way from Barcelona. My name is, this is the third time I'm talking online or calling online. And luckily for me, I'm one-on-one with the director. My names are Erugo Amechi Timothy. I'm an indigenous of Eziama Obakala Umahia South. He is from North, if I'm not making a mistake. I'm from South, so he's my brother. Very close at that.
Thank you.
I'm very happy today to be here because I said I must be here because I want to see the director one-on-one. I don't want to hear, I've been talking on the phone, but I prefer to see him one-on-one because there are things that he used to say or that he did said that touched my soul. Each time he wants to start the segment, he always goes with the word of God, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. And each time he starts to call the names, Chimuche, Onyemechi, Chinwokike, when he starts to say all these names, it's like reminding us where we came from, the genesis of our coming, or how we were born, because it seems that we have forgotten all this history. Because most of us, our parents didn't tell us all this history. Because if they did, maybe by now this thing wouldn't have gone to this extent. But through him, we came to realize where we are. So I think it's a great privilege. It's really, really very, very supportive that we have somebody like him. And let me tell you one thing, please. From the last news that he just read about the man he called now, let me tell us one thing very clear, because it's very simple. Before I left Nigeria, I was once into the politics. I know the system. Our problem is that the leader, those people who are there, want us to be their servants forever. It is very clear. Because during the campaign, before the election, they will come and tell you, I want to make you this, I want to make you that, I want to elevate your position, this, that. At the end of the day, when they are in this position, you find it difficult to even go to their office, not to talk of filling your form to see them. So this has been their dream, this has been their plan. But today, Chukwu Okike Abiyama has put that to an end. So, our director, on behalf of the people from Catalonia, I think we are building, we are working, we are working very, very strong. I'm telling you that. We are working very, very strong. So, on our own side, I think we are 100%. We are ahead of time. We want to beat every member, everybody. We want to be the best in the league. Quote me right. So, what I'm telling you is, this mantle, we are going with you, sir. In any way you want to take us, take us. Because there's something you say. He said, if my people who are called by my name will bow down and ask for my favor, will leave their sins and ask for my favor, whatever they ask, I will do what? I will do it to them. That is why by the name we answer, we represent Chukwu Okike Abiyama.
Of course. Of course.
Amara Chukwu, Onyinyechi,
everything.
Ngozichi, everything you can think of. If you have changed your name to English, please, it's better you bring it back to answer the real name, because most of us forgotten our name. We left our name. So today, please, let us be proud to answer that name that we are, because that name is the name that protects us wherever we go.
Exactly.
Thank you, my director,
Thank
and God bless you all.
And you too. Thank you very much. Well spoken. Well spoken. Well spoken. Thank you very much. I have a caller on the line. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody, my director.
Good evening to you from here in Spain.
I am Ifeanyi Chukwumadugu, calling from the United States of America. I want to thank you for what you are doing, but I want to encourage you, because the Igbos don't run unless the water drains them very well. We are descendants of God, and in the Bible, the Gadites and the Reubenites are the people that are told to go and spy the promised land. When they went there, they see grasshopper. They see themselves as grasshoppers. They desire to stay back and eat whatever they are eating, forgetting the promised land. And in the same vein, that is how they are. They are the one that provoked Moses, that instead of touching the staff with to the rock, he struck it. They are always provocative. So don't mind whatever they are telling you or whatever they are attacking, whatever they are doing. That is their nature. It's from their ancestors. But the genuine ones will come to you. The genuine ones will stay with you. So keep focused. Keep doing what you are doing. The Lord is your strength and will keep you. God bless you. I am Ifeanyi Chukwumadugu from Ihala local government area.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Who else wants to speak after this? I have a caller on the phone. Can you hear me? The caller on the phone. Can you hear me? No. The caller on the phone.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Yes. Your name and where you are, please.
Good evening, my director.
Good evening to you.
My name is Obinna.
Obinna who? What is your? How about your father?
Obinna Nwaba.
That's better. Thank you. Nwaba, go ahead.
I'm from DC, in Ebonyi State.
Ebonyi. Thank you very much.
Right now, I'm calling from Igbo.
From Igbo. Thank you. Thank you.
Director, I thank you for what you have been doing for us. Thank you very much. Director, when I went to village last week, I called my people, I told them what is going on in Nigeria now. So they told me that there is nothing they can do about this Biafra because Rike has rendered them shopless. In many places that they have been gathering for Biafra, they have all paid everything there and give him the money. And if he take the money and go away, then we are angry everywhere. They say that there is nothing like Biafra. When I was preaching about Biafra to them, they are not even listening to me.
I'm sure that when Islam comes, they will listen one day. And I watch it now usually. If they don't listen now, then when Islam comes, they're about. In fact, Islam is in Ebony already. Is when ISIS comes, they will be forced to listen. That is what happens to our people. Because as I've given this example before, how many of you will say that the first time they went to bed with their wives gave birth after 9 months from that day? Huh? How many can say that? Very few of us can. Did it stop you from trying for a child? Huh? How about when you fail exams? Does it stop you from repeating? So, because Wazirike disappointed you, because of that, you wait for ISIS to come and cut off your head. Are you not an idiot? You'd be a very compound fool to think that way. I don't like people who think in that manner. You keep going to war until you win. That is how you know people who are resolute. Do you know my prayer is a very simple one? Sometimes, Chukwa Biama, there must be people that you gave birth to. Those you ordained to come to fight this very battle. Where are they and bring them, please? There are some things I was someone about you that those people even exist to start with. Please pick up the microphone and say what you need to say. Please go ahead.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I remain Emeka JJ Chukwueke from Owerri North of Biafra. To be very honest, people who do not know Owazurike as much as I do will always get disappointed with him whenever you know him. Why do I say so? It's because Owazurike was my classmate in India. We did political science together. He never did any law. Are you serious? 100%.
Huh?
100%. Owazurike, wherever he's listening to John Chukwueke, which you know very well. I was in Government College for Boys with you in Punjab University, Chandigarh. Owazurike has always been a failure, both when we were doing university politics, students' politics, he embezzled the money. While he came back.
You're saying this from first-hand knowledge?
First-hand knowledge. I was with him in India. I was there with him from 1984 till 1989. I know Owazurike 100%. That notwithstanding, Owazurike made Biafra look as if it is a failure. But it is not. One, if you have the knowledge that fail does not mean fail to me.
That is true.
What it means is first attempt in learning. And when you tell me no, I don't see it as a no. I see it as next opportunity. And when you tell me key to success, I say yes, because knowledge empowers you. And that is the very knowledge MAZI NNAMDI KANU is sending across. Please listen, be knowledgeable. With the knowledge, it empowers you. Because if you don't have the knowledge, you can never be empowered. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I still thank everybody here today to keep up the good work. I have nothing to regret. I keep saying it, and a lot of people keep talking it. I keep saying, can we ask ourselves a simple question? If we say the Biafrans, we cannot go to anywhere, that means we are demoting ourselves. When you and I know in every part of the world, you see a black man, the Biafran man remains the second largest population in that place.
That is correct.
Come here in Madrid. Bring the whole black men here. Tell the Biafrans to go one side, others go one side. The Biafra man remains the highest number. Go to North. Go to Kaduna. Go to Kanu. Go to Sokoto. Apart from the indigenous, the Biafra man remains the second largest population there. Then why don't we have confidence in ourselves? Why can't we say we are going to do this? We have to do it. Though we are already doing it.
Of course, yeah.
Why we should not allow Ndugu? Let them be taking everything. Remember, we had 9 appointments recently, 8 from the north. It's just like when God is in heaven. Don't you know he has angels? Buhari Awolan the God, a mini God. You have Boko Haram descend. Altaka Chineke Naija say, Angel Michael descend. Angel Gabriel descend. Thank you very much.
Zanamahan, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Do you see why it is not good to lie? Do you know why? Because there is Radio Biafra. One day, one single day, you meet somebody that you were armed robbers with, and that time they would have repented, they will expose you. That is why when you come here, you have to be whiter than white and whiter than snow. But they will not listen, would they? Because our people are very, very myopic. And now when you see the truth, you don't even know the truth. Thank you very, very much. Please, who wants to speak? 2 minutes, please. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Biafrans.
Freedom.
Biafrans. Freedom. By the special grace of God, Afamobo Emeka Ekocha Abmonya Okozo. From Malaga, the PRO Malaga. And Director, I thank God for making it possible for you to be in our midst today.
Thank you.
I called you a few weeks back and I gave you some information about.
Yeah. Yes.
So we thank God for making it possible for you to be here. I don't really have much to say. I have only little thing to say. Biko, Director, remind me of this word. I don't need presidential post, governor post, minister, whatever. I need it on because I'm not interested in post, police or immigration. Police or immigration. Because police and immigration can they booking market and got 3 years illegal entry. Yoruba 2 years illegal entry. So because other man born na Biafra because Afamobo Emeka Ekocha.
We'll give it to you.
And my brother just called now from Malaga. Nabugo Ibeneme.
Wonderful.
So I ain't interested at this post. Police or immigration.
Thank you very much. Thank you, because but what he's saying is correct. Did the Yoruba not deport us? Let me ask you again. Did the Yoruba not deport us? Who are the people killing us today? Who are the people killing us today? Who are the people killing Biafrans today? Who deported Biafrans? And they have the temerity to say that I preach hate. Yoruba, you deported me. Awasa, you're killing me till tomorrow morning. You and I, who hates each other? It's them that hate us. Other way around. This is Radio Biafra. Have somebody on the line. Please, your name and where you are. This is Radio Biafra.
Yes, my name is Obito Chukwu. Abumonye Idemili South. Local government.
Thank you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Coruna, here in Spain.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
And I'm sorry to admit that Nama was part of the Biafran society. Due to oge amụrụ m n'ala Igbo kpọrọ m jee mee m baptizim kpọrọ m jee gosi m na akwụkwọ njeruo n'ụlọ ụka ihe niile a na-akọrọ m bụ na ndị gboo mụrụ m bụ twins model idolatry worshippers ha mere nke a mee nke a ewee kọcha ihe niile ewee kpugboro ihe niile akpọ n'isi m njeruo n'ụlọ akwụkwọ sọsọ ihe mere m expose bụ maintenance of machine now to service machine second-hand consumer, which is the refuse dumper. Ebe obodo anyị bụ ebe ọ ya bụ emecha ihe niile a na-arụ abịa dọmpọ ya bịa nkwete asị m usoro ahụ. Abịaruo m ije a anọgo m na upper hemisphere more than 11 years. But ihe m na-asị gị mụa realize ya m mere achieve one thing, only one thing m understand and to more happy make it my life today. Do not understand the allegation leveled against our ancestors. And that is the problem we are facing today. The hand that made us, the hand that created us, the hand that sacrificed their life, and they swore not to see, say, do, or hear any evil, unless lightning and thunder will strike them without accepting a dime. Who is worrier than them? Or Pope? Pope who swore of your John or Manku, of your one, Telonia Kama, only a Kubuta, in Kebe is your Kupoya Melapatanoga, in the mother learn from the mistake. None only a Jetta will commission. Zoche your jaw. I want to die to live with Saka and Ataya. People are global Biafra. I hear they are going to Wahalo. None dies will have Boesia and Nanya is sorry. Tiwahalani. I just hear where there was yet. Also, I hear where there even one is yoku. Magayaba, the that I'm lawyer. Ụbọchị atọ ụbọchị anọ efu ụfọdụ n'ime anyị ana-azụ aṅụrụ m iyi na agụ amango m n'ahịa nọ data agha maka na ekwere m na m na-eri anụ onye iro m nwụọ ọbara ya ndị gba dịza ihe agụrụ mmọmmiri nwaanyị di ya bụ $100 mmọmmiri onye nọ na menstruation ọ bụrụzie ọbara na anụ onye iro m ya bụrụ m nsogbu iri n'oge gaa anọghọ mụ na ihe a na-akọ ihe m na-eche bụ ka oge ruo ka ntị ebe nzoru wee pụta nwanne nwoke si na House of Representative wee zuzupụta Ebele Obi Esquire zuzupụta ụzọ ọ nọ n'ime ebe ahụ ọnọdụ ya na-ezuzugharị nche na ọ bụ mmadụ ndị Igbo bịa sị na wee were ochichi chirezi ọkpara ije mmụta ije họrọ na nke ndị gboo nke febọlụ gị ịbịa họrọ na Baịbụl New Testament nke febọlụ gị jegọrụ na Old Testament jefụbọl gị oke ihe niile ọnụ ndị parents anyị akpọgokwa kọl wee sọpọtụ ihe a na-eme well our parents Cristiano Ronaldo a na-afụ ya bilion this present people ọ Chukwu na-alụrụ anyị ọgụ maka na before anyị wee were mma gbuo fa this homosexual and lesbian ihe niile ọ ya egbugofa ọ bụrụ ma anyị nwere ihe anyị ma ihe eme maka ama m ndị Igbo nwa bụ onye Igbo ebugo m obodo a more than a decade ama m ọgụdụ akịta efu na ihe niile aba akụkọ so ihe m na-ekwu bụ biko ndị mụrụ anyị kaba ahụ wee na-ajụ ese ụmụfa ndị niile a Cristiano Ronaldo a na-akwụ ya bilion who founded the institution ọ bụ nyanwa ji eruo kampụ ebe a na-agbagba ọpụta na-akwụ onwe ya $100 million ọ mmadụ mụrụ ya ndị Spain na-ezuzugharị ka bụ ego Columbus ka a na-eri aka na-eri ego Christopher Columbus ndị nwụrụ anyị ebe kafa nọ ọrụ nwa ọ bụ ndị nụrụ ọgụ a na-ekwu apụtalụ na Spain na ndị Spain si na ba amanye ndị mmadụ akwụkwọ jide na police report n'ihi eje ebe a n'ihi eje Nigeria more than 5 years more than 7 years anyị nwere more than 100,000 candidates na-akwụgharị n'iro ya Pan Africans onwe nke parents bụ placard jeruo na embassy ndị Spain say biko nke ịkpọrọ ọsị gị na ị na-ejekwa ụka ị na-akpọkọ Jizọs ị na-eme ya n'ọdụ ka ị gara ịbara na okwukwe ọ naghị azụkwa gị ebe ị na-eweta ji na-etiri ya ejuo ya si akụkpe a nọruru m si my father na m anaghị abụ m an ex-believer of Jesus jee gosi m ebe okwu arụsị anyị dọ na anọ ihe mmụta n'obodo oyibo njeru omenwurie nje n'obodo kpagharịcha n'oke etiti niile because I want to go back to traditional religion. Now I want religion. But I remain with my conscience as a Rasta man. Ihe m na-ekwu bụ biko onye na-arụ ya kaba ahụ jụọ nna ya ese ka ọ kọwarịa ihe a Biafra o nwere onye n'ime anyị nna ya kọrọ otu esi wee nụ agha Biafra ọ abụọ nke agụtara na skuul nke brainwash ateteruchampa o nwere onye nwere akụkọ ya a na-akọrọ ihe na everyday 2000 years na-enwechighala anyị aka klọk azụ 2000 years ago in a little village ama na ebe no evidence onye kọrọ gị ihe a bụkwa this person this slave master maybe this thing ndị enyi yiri gị anọ na-akpagharị ebe na-asị eri na-akọ bullshit. Our Father Mbaka is the only man standing or confess n'onye abunyawa ana m ede ekpere ka Chineke kpọrụzie ihe ka mmadụ na ndị niile afọrọ bụ ndị wayo ka ụmụazị ka anya ba wee mepee ọ ya bụ nchepụta common sense ka nwa ya ezigbo ọla nwatụwe n'ala ọ bụ ekpere m ụtụtụ ehihie abalị Chineke kpọrụzie ya jebe biko ndị Igbo eji m obi ngwe na-ekene ụnụ wee na-asị ụnụ mmadụ ịmagoro na mmiri na-ama ya ochebezi otu onye esi wee pụpụ na mmiri wee jee mara otu onye esi wee hazie onwe ya agụ na-agụ nwaanyị wee gotu ụnụ agbanika ewee zukọ wee na-akpa ya bụ nkata otu ihe ese mana ụnụ amarụ na ụnụ nwanọdụ ya ọ bụghị ụnụ iwe akaghị ewe ụnụ ndị iwe na-ewe na-abịanụ kama na mmadụ ya ekwu otu esi wee na-ekwu nekwa mbọchị ọya abụ ekwu otu onye esi wee dị ekwu otu onye esi wee dị onye ọbụla amanụ mbọchị ọya abụ.
Oh my goodness.
Nwanne m biko ekene dịrị ụnụ ya ewute n'ụnụ na ụfọdụ n'ime ụnụ esoro na ha anaghị apụta bịa na-eme ihe na o nwere ndị na-ezi iwu ba kama n'oge ruo mbọchị ahụ ọ ya abụ ụnụ ya ama na ụnụ nwere mmadụ ana m akwado na ka nna m nkịta ya abụ ka ndị mara ana ka ana marụ ma onye ọbụla kaba ahụ jee mara ana ka ana mara ya maka anyị na-eme na ihe nweta ihe a in the name of Jesus asị ka ọ bụ a na-anụbagara anyị ọgụ ọledi ndị ọbama emechagara ihe ọ ya emela anyị wee were gịnị tiwa ọnya na homosexual na lesbian ya gbụzie fa ebe ọ jụrụ na ba ya enye 5 million immigrants akwụkwọ ka ọrụba aka ọrụ o wee gbutọpụba agbụgbo onwefa ndị ala sụgbo onwefa akwụ evil destroy evil. We are too innocent for this nonsense.
That is correct. That is correct. I believe.
I pray that God, Chukwu Abiyama, Chukwu Okike. Kama chi ala ndị gboo ndị ji di onwe ha wee gba ndụ wee sị na ya dịrị ya na mma. Ka fa bịa rụtọpụ ọrụ adịgo biko maka na fa na-arụ ya aladala adago ejekpọta sirikon ndị jiri izu na-eme akwa sirikon kwa ihe ego sirikon na-agwụgo bịala akụsago. Anyị nwekụzi obere ndidi ka ha nwere ndị ala ya egbutọpụ onwe fa onye nwaanyị zugbo onye ọbụla ọ ya dịrị onye ọbụla na mma
ise
ọ ya dịrị onye ọbụla na mma.
Wow, amazing. If not for any other thing, that very call was worth my trip to Madrid. One of the finest calls I have ever received. Radio Biafra. Eziokwu Chineke. Truthfulness. Nwa Chineke. Inekwu eziokwu. When we said, potia ka egbu onye na-ekwu eziokwu. Agwara m unu ma ihe na-arịa ndị Igbo. I'm telling you. All many. The only thing that can save you is Biafra. Let me tell you once again, if you abandon Biafra, Chukwu Abiyama will wipe away the Igbo race from the face of the earth. You will go and you never return. Some of you are playing with the wrath and the anger of Chukwu Abiyama. He will destroy the Igbo race beyond. Okay, maybe you can never exist again. Ndị Jew asịrị iwe. Osi ya ga-esegharị around this world. O mecha ha ihe. This land. Do you know the temple of Jerusalem? A Jewish that only Israel and Solomon, Jews cannot enter there to go and pray. Punishment. Divine punishment. Your names will be eradicated from the face of the earth. Zawa Thomas, Zawa Angela, Zawa Rosemary, Juliet, Ahandiara. It's just syphilis, got syphilis. You have a name. Chuku Kamnesu. My goodness. Ahandiana Bapoto Yina. Chuku Kamnesu and Happia. Nasa Linda. Which means I was snake. I don't understand. There's something wrong with us. Oh, here we will be bono. When you see the road, you decided to take the forest. Oh, back everywhere. You don't know who you are. The world is struggling to stop you from knowing who you are. There is a grand conspiracy all over the world. What they want to do is, you see those Igbo people, let's make them blind if they know who they are. The only people, with all due respect to Israel, the only people that descended from the sun, Anyang, we are the only people that answer that name. If you don't descend from the sun, you cannot answer the name. You guys somewhere. Chikelo. I don't know. That is why it's not that I don't love. Of course, I love our people. If not, would I be doing what I'm doing? But when you forget that you're supposed to be eating on the table, I was you turn into an animal and I will call you an animal. I don't care who you are. Because you don't know who you are. There is something in Biafra land. When Biafra comes, I will tell you. Half of you here, now psychiatric home, you know I'm a bastard. If I tell you what is in your land now, where it is, half of you here, you know, you don't know who you are. That's why I'm upset with. You don't know who you are. Only if. You don't know who you are. Chico there, that is your name. I don't want to get upset. My brother, thank you very much. You are blessed. Nonsense. You condemned your ancestors. Your ancestors ne kwesio ku carry you. Hana go banire 7 incisions on the tongue. You go said and was zubo. Hence eziokubondo. Ndi ne kwesio ku carry pope. Pope na ko nyo no nation hana aso. Kandiara. Your ancestors never lied. Hana atwase. Never. You die immediately. These are the ones you condemn. You condemn them. You think you're smart, you don't know anything. You are ignorant. Do you know how happy Wabeke is? I say, you know, go and watch the film. It's called Longitude. It was a drama by Channel 4 in England many years ago. How they discovered the beginning of time. They discovered the beginning of time. Very simple. Longitude and latitude. Cross. Longitude, latitude. In this whole world, the earth is spinning around the sun at 1 hour interval. 1 hour on our round. As we are right here now, the earth is traveling at the speed of more than 1,000 miles an hour, but you cannot feel it. The earth is spinning round. That is why some places they have sunlight, others are in darkness. Because the earth is turning at huge speed. Do you know what happened? They asked them to find the beginning of time. Longitude, latitude. So from the North Pole to the South Pole, from the east to the west, there is line. So that is why if you check on your phone, do you know how they find out where you are with GPS? Is where the latitude makes the longitude now. That's all. That's where you are. That's the meaning of GPS. Your location. Very neat and simple if you did geography. Do you know what Nwabeke did? They tried to rig this particular natural election. You might hear election at Weber. The zero of 0 longitude and 0 latitude is in Biafra land. Now, the British man moved it. He could not call his own 0 latitude because Greenwich Mean Time is 1 hour to the left. Instead, they called it Greenwich Mean Time and used it as the beginning of time. But the beginning of time is 1 hour to the right and not to the left. That's why they can never answer 0 meridian. And the Biafra land is 0 meridian. They don't know who they are. Yeah. They can never answer 0 meridian. Even if they stay on the 0 longitude, look at where they are on top. They can never be on 0 latitude as well. I said, we are in the middle of it. That is why I'm upset with Igbo people. Because they don't know who they are. If you know who you are, only if, then a manner that now an Awusa person is not fit enough to be feeding your cattle in the morning. Talk less of going to beg them for secretary to state government. That is why we preach this gospel. He will destroy you. I'm telling you. And there will be no mercy. There will be no mercy. That punishment is Boko Haram. Awusa Fulani. If you don't rise up to defend yourselves, you can only defend yourself if you know who you are. Once you do, you have survived it. You have survived it. If not, somebody is standing up and saying, you will let us not look for Biafra now. And I'm asking them, why then did Queen Victoria sign a contract with a country called Biafra then? Why? If there is no need for Biafra, why did Queen Victoria, Her Britannic Majesty, find it worthy to enter into an agreement with a group of people called Biafrans? Why? Then you will know that a black man has a problem. Inferiority complex. Look at how they're afraid of Boko Haram and ISIS. Do you know why they're afraid? Oh, you know, in England, even Muslims can park their car. You don't give them ticket anymore. Why? Because they have said to the white man, I can give you life for free. It doesn't mean anything to me. And that is the only way a white man can respect you. If you value life more than honor, a white man can never ever respect you in life. Never. You're not honorable. There's something called honor. As I said, you come into your house, there is somebody broke into your house, raping your wife and your mother. And it's asking you to sit down. Any right-thinking white person will say, you would rather kill me. I would rather be dead not to see what you're doing than to be alive to witness it. That is honor. I would rather be dead than to be alive and Biafra land is being controlled from Abuja. I want you to understand that. Death is better for me. Before heaven and I am better off dead in my grave than only I was in Biafra land. It's impossible. The world will come to an end. You will not die. That's what is honor. I must warn you. I need to warn you. I must warn you. If you know Biafra, go to Ugawasa. My brother said here he wants to get police. I want those that will work in the DNA screening section. DNA. I got me up. We don't need you. We don't need you. This is Radio Biafra. The man that the phone or crash go. I know how to use your phone. I got I'm telling you, look at it now. Let me go. Who has something to say, please? You gotta say it.
Chukwu bịara gọzie ndị gị ka ha nọrọ mma ka ndị ọzọ lere ha anya wee mara n'ịbụ Chukwu ọ bụghị nwe ụwa niile ọ bụghị ga-ekwu otu ọ ga-adị even from the first day Chukwu you made the world good.
This is my prayer every minute and it must happen. It must happen. You know, everybody knows has something why he's looking for Biafra. Apart from being freedom, which is the right of everybody, as Chukwuabi made it. Another thing is to build Biafra to look better than abroad. I've been in countries in Asia and Europe here, and I believe the world started the same day. So I don't see the reason why they will be like this and we are like that. So that is madness. And when you bend down and look at very well, you see that God bless our land more than these people. So whoever that is in Europe, especially in Europe, abroad, overseas, that is not supporting Radio Biafra to get Biafra and build it so that our people at home will enjoy like them, it means that that person is wicked or those people are wicked. It is said that he who travel went to learn to teach the people at home. It is our duty for us to teach them what we've learned abroad. That is including building our place to look better than their own. So that is one part of it. And that thing is there's something I'm looking about for a very long time. I've said it already before many times, but it's like people don't understand me very well. I saw the spelling of now we want to be completely complete. The British, they did many things to disorganize us, even our connection to God. And I'm sure they tamper with the spelling of the way we spell the name of God, Chiuku. They come out I there. You will check it, you see Chiuku. When you write CHU, KW, UKW is Uku, which is Almighty. As we're talking about God. So unless we put I, it will not be Chiuku. So I don't know why people are still wasting time to put it correct. Yeah. So if you don't know what I mean, you can ask me.
I do. It's Chiuku. It's not Chukwu, is it? That's what you're saying?
Chiuku.
It's Chiuku, that's correct. CHIUKW. That's correct, yes.
Right. So the other thing is I want to say is this. I don't know what to qualify, but it is more than madness, and it is not more than madness. It's more than that, or over wickedness, or the most wicked. I don't know. Now look at these people, our politicians, headed by Buhari as of this minute. Now they are ready to blow everywhere because they don't want to miss the oil that is not their own. But their children are somewhere abroad enjoying, but they want to destroy other people's children and properties and lives. And their helicopter is somewhere set. Once they see noise, they will go in and fly. So who is going to die now? The citizens. So why don't we spend time to attack these people first? The Yoruba citizens, Hausa, Igbo. You people should start attacking your leaders. They want to kill you another way. Are you people foolish? Man. In short, as for my own side, if I'm in the village, I'll have at least 4 Bejiri. Even the gun is not yet ready. I'll have 4 Bejiri. At least the difference between that you are running away empty-handed and you're running away with 1 Bejiri for your hand. Please, whether you support Radio Biafra or not, Biafra must be free.
You say?
But one thing is this, you have a role to play. If you say they're talking about war, the war is already there. Can't you see? Hey, I've said it before. When Boko Haram meet you, they will not ask you whether you support war or not, your head will be off. So it's better go and buy a red keep and wait for gun. That's what I'm telling everybody. This is our duty. And Britain, I don't know why you like your place very much and you hate other people's land so much. You love life and happiness in your country. Why other people, you want them to die? You've controlled the expanded Nigeria for 100 years. They don't have light. They don't have good road, no hospital, no good food, no good water. Still, we are happy. Chukwu Abia is angry with all of you. Don't say you don't hear me. No problem. Meanwhile, my name is Chukwunebunwa Abo. Chukwunebunwa Ezebunwa Abo Kebram. I'm from Umudrak Kinolo, Imo State, Biafra land. And I pray that all of you will repent. All of you, I pray you will repent, because what is coming is more than what you can see. I cannot tell you everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and well spoken. Thank you very, very much. This is Radio Biafra. I want us to attempt to take 1 or 2 calls, please, because the calls are way, way, way too much. And when there's already people want to speak, they should come and speak, please. But 2 minutes, I beg of you. 2 minutes. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
I can hear you, my director. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. What is your name and where exactly are you calling us from? Hello? Has it gone? The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me? What is your name? Yes, what is your name and where are you calling from?
I can hear you. My name is...
No. There's a noise at the background. Please go ahead.
Biafrans.
Freedom.
Biafrans.
Freedom.
My name is Onyedikachi Okweze. I'm from Abia State, Obingwa local government. I want to thank you, Director, for what you have been doing for us. It's not easy. It's not an easy job to do this job. Nobody can do it as you have been doing it. If they call me to come and do it, I can't do it. I have been running up and down since morning. I'm very, very tired. You know, I can imagine how you do this. You know, I can imagine how you do this. Well, what I want to say, I want to call all my brothers here in Madrid. I want to say that they should come up so that they can help us to get our freedom, so that this movement will be easy for us. Because especially I want to thank our deputy and our coordinator who have been motivating us here in Madrid. I want to thank them very much, so that they keep on doing what they are doing. And especially our secretary, who has been with us right from the beginning. He's helping us. He's trying a lot for us. Well, I don't have much to say. I want to tell you, Director, thank you very much for all you have been doing for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. You are very kind. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Let us try and see if we can take 1 or 2 calls. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, please. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ebere Chibuzo. I am calling from Asaba, Delta State.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Director, may God bless you.
And you too.
May Chukwu Okike Abiyama bless you.
And you too.
May He bless the womb that conceived you. Director, I thought I was a graduate not until I started listening to you. My eyes were open. The scales fell off. You are awesome. You are awesome. You are awesome. Thank you very much for liberating me. Thank you very much, because you have made me begin to put to everything into critical examination. Thank you very much. Biafra will come.
Thank you.
That I know. And that day we'll be facing our enemy. There is a song that comes to my heart, the administration, I thought I should let you know. So that on that day you will remember and we will sing this song. And our enemies shall fall like the walls of Jericho. This is the song. Chukwu okike Chukwu abịama zuru oke, o zuru oke n'ebe anyị, onye okike zuru oke, nna m zuru oke n'ebe anyị, n'etiti ya siri ike ka anyị na-egosi onwe gị ọ dịghị chi ọzọ dị ka gị na m zuru oke n'ebe anyị nọ. Wonders will happen that day. Thank you so much, Director. May God bless all of you. May God keep you all, keep your family. In the name of Yahweh Hoshua. Shalom, my brother. Shalom.
Shalom. Peace be unto you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Omo Chineke. You know we have not worshipped Chukwu Abiyama yet in Biafra land. When Biafra comes, then some of you will see a type of worship that you only read about in the Bible. We are the only people that can do that. You know, we are the only ones who can go genuinely crazy for Chukwu Abiyama in heaven. Genuine, not fake. I don't know. I wish if you know who you are. Only if. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? Do I have a caller on the phone? No, I don't. Who wants to speak here, please? Please go ahead. 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Biafran.
Freedom. Unjo, can you make here? Hold on. Do you want us to close? No. Can you make here loud? Huh? You can Google never. Are you tired? Please go ahead.
Freedom. Well, my name is Ikechukwu Okafor. By the special grace of God, the Secretary of Indigenous People of Biafra here in Madrid. I came from Umudioga, Amere, Oru East. Well, Director, if I may say, there is no one that can do this, or you can do this if God is not with you. I say that God will guide you and protect you for us. You know, my coming to this family, I say that nobody directs me. It's just like a mystery. I found it and I follow it. Even when no one is here with me, I'm alone here in Madrid. Only me. I'll be connecting with people there in Barcelona. But thank God today, we are here. So I am using this opportunity, urging our brothers here in Madrid that this is the course all of us must follow. We cannot run away from this. You know, because in the Bible is that
yes.
You know, Boko Haram has been killing our families, killing our brothers. Some people, you meet them, you ask them, are you not hearing what I'm hearing about Radio Biafra? They will say, no, what am I coming there to do? Because Boko Haram never reached your family, or will never even reach any of your relatives. If you reach you, then you will come. You will wake up from your slumber.
Of course.
So I am urging everyone here in Madrid. We have men here, Igbo speaking Biafrans. So I'm just urging everyone, not that we came today. After our director went home, we won't see anybody. I'm urging everyone to keep the fire burning. You know, because this cause, we must follow it. Fail not to do that, the consequences will be upon us.
Of course, it will be.
So, Director, I thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
May Chukwu Abiyama continue bless you abundantly.
You see?
You can't do this if it's not God is with you.
It's by His grace, of course.
By His grace.
By His grace.
May God keep on promoting you, give you more wisdom and knowledge.
Yes, sir.
In Chukwu Abiyama's names we pray.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very, very much for that. Thank you. Allow me to take 1 or 2 calls if it hasn't crashed even more. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Good evening, Director.
Good evening to you. Please, what is your name and where exactly are you calling from?
My name is Uka Williams. I am calling from Igbo in Biafran land.
Thank you very much.
Director?
Yes.
Director, my greetings to you and to the Biafran people who are there with you in Madrid.
Thank you.
Especially to those who come from far away states down to Madrid. But I want to say thank you so much. Even the words of my mouth will not be enough to say, to compliment all that you've been doing to each and every one of us here and all the Biafran in diaspora. That is, I want to comment on a particular something. Sometimes I keep wondering the kind of person you are. I think whether you are a human being or a spirit. Something you did mention concerning Ukuru Awusa, or will I call him Abu Awusa, the executive governor of
Aboga Awusa Kobana.
Abu Awusa, yes.
If you want, you can pay his bride price.
Yes. Because you are very much correct. After the year 2011, I was with a friend somewhere in Lagos, and the man came and made a statement saying that Abu Awusa, known as Ukuru Awusa, is owing him some amount of money. And we asked him a question. I was there with a friend called Mbappe from the East Alambano in Imo State, in Biafra land. He said he accompanied him to kill a particular white man some years ago, and the money he ought to have received from him, he refused paying him the money. He wanted to use that in against him during the time of that election, when he was contesting with Ohakin, the former executive governor of Imo State. I keep telling people, I said this thing, I didn't just hear it, but I heard it from the horse's mouth, the man who said both of them conspired and killed that man and made away with his money. Not until a few days ago, you repeated the same thing. Then I folded my hand and I was like saying, what is all this? So I want to say one thing. Permit us, we the IPOB members here in Biafra land, to take a little action against all these idiots, all these animals and all these looters and criminals. It is a little thing we just lay ambush on them, more on them, and dead with them. A lot of us have our, dynamite and some other dangerous weapons to deal with these animals. You're not going to take us any little thing. Though I understand your antecedents, you really just want us to be of one mind and of one family before dishing out a command. But I want to tell you, we are at your service at any given time. I can't even hold my peace. I want to pour my venom upon all these idiots, these animals. Because it is our time we wake up to our responsibilities and break our fallow ground. We are all angry. You can see, just come to the land of Biafra. You see little youths, you see graduates doing not even around the street. You see harlots. Almost every Biafran lady do you believe I don't have respect to any Biafran lady or a girl whom I don't know where she come from because of the level of prostitution all over the place in this so-called Jew Nigeria. It's appalling. It's quite outrageous. It's unacceptable, sir. Please, sir, I want you to please continue with the good work God has commissioned into your hand. And I believe, I know you are not relenting and you're never going to relent. We must not retreat. Whichever way we must contribute to make sure that we champion this and actualize this very cause. Honestly speaking, I am giving you my word and take it by me. I am the true son of Biafra. My father fought. He happened to be one among the pioneers of the Biafran War. The war they had during the war, we're still there. There is no more. And I am ready. I am ready to die in the battlefront. There's a song, and I want to urge you to keep reminding of these war songs. They say, the commandant, we are in a hurry, we want to go. We are tired of all this rubbish. Let me die, let my children come to reap the wages of my labor. We've suffered enough. Things that belong to all. The Bible says, as long if you are a king, as long you are a child, you remain a servant. The fact that we cannot understand the fact that we are kings, we are more or less servants. For crying loud, director, give us little opportunity, just little order. Let us demonstrate and make people to understand that we are serious. So may God bless you and bless the entire the people of Biafra all over the world who are listening and who are giving more contribution, reasonable contributions to the growth of this press to acceleration of Biafra. I say may Chukwu deal with each and every one of us in the name of Yahushua.
Ise, thank you very much for that. Thank you. I think some of you look a bit tired. We have to retire for the day and reconvene tomorrow. We're meeting here tomorrow, is that correct? 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're having a town hall meeting here tomorrow. And are we going to broadcast it live? Will be live broadcast? Then we'll continue. Okay. All right. Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead. So that we can actually bring the program to a close. Somebody else wants to say something?
Again, please, I forgot to say my name because of the time they gave to me. My name is Kevin Obiora Makog from Eziama, Umuabushi. Then I want to sing a song because this song is ministering my heart to sing in this platform. Shukwama iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ n'ebe anyị nọ kamara gị guzoro iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ kamara gị guzoro iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ n'ebe anyị nọ kamara gị guzoro iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ kamara gị guzoro Chukwu iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ ebe Biafra nọ gị guzoro iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ amara gị guzoro iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ amara gị guzoro iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ amara gị nnadịlebe iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ amara gị guzoro iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ amara ojukwulebe iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ amara gị guzoro iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ amara gị guzoro. Please, all the Biafrans of the whole world, anytime you are praying, because we have gone astray that the heart of God is very, very hot for us. But now, because of the effort of our brother Nnamdi Kanu, God is turning the hand of the clock back for our favor. And there is a place that I want to point out in the Bible, because everything that the Torah have been saying is accurate and is the truth. If you go to Matthew chapter 4 from verse 1, read it to 11, you will see the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is telling us to worship Chukwu Okike Abiyama, that is in his name, that every praise, every tongue must speak about, no other. Jesus, they are claiming that is his name, that is Yahweh, said the same there. When you go through it, if you read it. So maybe tomorrow we shall read it and you will see the reason why I said that whatever he said is the truth. That is why I call him right hand of God. And I call him my teacher. I call him that is the only good man in the whole world. I cannot do what he's doing. And I thank God to be here today. God bless all of you. Biafra!
Freedom! You're very kind. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have to come to a close because we are reconvening tomorrow. Yes, we'll reconvene tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Is that correct? So we'll meet here again tomorrow, 2 o'clock. And maybe some segments of it may not be, people will be clamoring for it to be live as long as we're not planning to kill anyone. So if that is possible, then we should be able to do it. If it's a town hall meeting, then we'll bring it to the attention of the whole world. All these questions that some of you may want to ask, other people around the world may want to ask some question as well. So if you can answer it tomorrow, that will be absolutely fabulous. Allow me to thank each and every one of you that came here. Valencia is here. Barcelona is here. Bilbao is here. Malaga is here. Victoria is here. Is that correct? The only people missing is Pamplona. Is that correct? Bilbao did not come? Pamplona is Victoria, is it? Oh, so all that is called Pamplona, is it? And Toledo as well. Wonderful. I thank all of you. You couldn't, because if we ask you to begin to introduce yourselves, and that is why, but tomorrow we do continue. I am very humbled and honored to be here to serve the wonderful people of Biafra. If I don't have respect for them, I won't be serving them the way I do. But it's because of the love and this very mission that Chukwu Abiyama said we must undertake. That is why we are here. Given what our brother said, given all the songs we've had to sing this very evening, you know, anywhere Chukwu Abiyama is now, which is in heaven, he'll be thinking to himself, I want those songs to be sung very freely on the streets of my kingdom for me, isn't it? And that is why I am very, very certain that Biafra will come. To those who misunderstand what we are doing, they cannot comprehend nor appreciate the need to wholeheartedly confess that indeed Biafra is our religion. And that here on Radio Biafra is where we worship, because Chukwokika Abiyama in heaven is our creator. He will guide each and every one of you here back to your respective homes very safely. He will bless, he will guide, he will keep, and he will nurture you. But more importantly, Chukwokika Abiyama will bless Biafra until we reconvene 2 p.m. tomorrow here in Madrid in Spain. From here, from me, on behalf of the family here, it is good evening.